Hey guys, welcome back to Memes and Movers with Trader Prad and Miss Beautiful Miss V over here.
Thank you, Brad. And hey, guys, I hope you're all doing nice. Welcome back, everyone. Let's have a wonderful last day of this trading week together. Please be active on the chat. Write us name you want us to look up. Write what you trade and ask us anything. And of course, like this video. All right, Prad, let's jump into the stocks.
Yeah, I see a lot of talk about HLBZ today. So HLBZ just going crazy right now, about to maybe break 24, but right now it's coming back down by after getting rejected at 23.88. So let's see if volume keeps picking it up all the way to 24 for the second test here, and we break that. But right now, as we're speaking, HLBZ up around 150% with 28 million shares traded and trading above 23. I'm just gonna filter this for you guys so we only see shares above 99 being printed on time of sales. Holding 23s on the bid, looks like it does want to go higher up here. Just a reminder to everyone that it is quadruple witching. It just means a lot of volatility will be in the market today. So be ready for anything, especially at 350 into moving into the closing time. There's gonna be some crazy movers, absolutely crazy moves that are gonna be mind blowing. So prepare yourself for that move today that might happen at 350. Sold my HLBZ too soon, damn. Well, that's the beauty, right? You're never right about this job. You can either make more money or you can always save yourself from losing more money. Never right about it. But as long as you're in the profit, who was it, Alex? Yeah, Alex. As long as you're in the profit, let's go, dude. That's all that matters, right? Take the bags home. Congratulations. Tell Pink Beard to smile. I'm not Pink Beard yet, but I will smile for sure. I'm just focused, so yeah, for sure. My smile is probably not there when I'm focused. The medical marijuana in Canada is strong indeed, sir. I enjoy it a lot. Thank you for science for helping us out here on that aspect. The growers here are crazy. Looks like we really do want to go break through that 24 here on HLBZ. Volume is still present. We're trading above 23. We kind of went down to 22 here for a second. Maybe that was just a breakout. So we didn't really go to 22. We just broke 23 for a little bit, all the way down to 22.50, and then making a run back up to 24 here. So let's see if we can break through that 24 or if it's just going to keep getting rejected on that. You guys need stream decks? Well, we have stream decks. We just don't have emotes yet because the guy who makes them is getting married. And we'll be back soon. And when he has, we will have all those emotes for you guys. Will be fun times having all these high five emojis being playing of me and Valeriia and other cute emojis. Of sure, Valeriia will. We just don't know what yet.
I think our high five is pretty good.
Yeah, but it's so awkward. It's like it cuts
well,
off.
That's the brilliance of
That's
this.
the brilliance of it.
It's our uniqueness.
I love it. I like it. I like it. Make the Jamaican jumbos. Not sure what that is, but all right. BNGO. Let's go look at BNGO. BNGO, 5 million shares traded up about 3% and just holding VWAP at the moment. Every time it's gone to VWAP, it just dipped down VWAP a little bit, but right now it's holding VWAP at around 540. But lower highs and higher lows and lower highs. So let's see what the stock wants to do. Maybe sideways until a bigger mover comes in and kicks it up. Look at the lack of volume after the open though. So that's the opening print candle, and ever since then the volume has kind of just gone down. So not sure what really wants to do here. Can you two give us another high five? Sure.
Yahoo!
HLBZ. Let's see if it's breaking out. No, still hasn't breaking out yet. It's still basing out here. CZR. Let's go look at CZR. 1 million shares, so kind of low, but so not good enough for a day trader. But it did make a pretty decent high at 112 and came back down to pre-market range, and then volume has died off. Let's see, it's gonna keep finding support here. If not, then maybe it goes lower from here into previous ranges around 105. 105 or 100. So guessing it's gonna find some support here based off today's movement. Basically, Prad seems a little sleepy. No, I'm just trying out new stuff to save my vocal cords. I'm not trying to scream too much. I'm not trying to spend too much of my like
Energy.
vocal cords energy. Like I'm full of energy for sure. I can just kick it up out of nowhere. I'm just trying to save my voice because it was kind of scratchy last night.
Because your part job is singing at the karaoke?
Well, yeah, exactly.
We got you.
I need to start drinking some tea or coffee, or not coffee, but tea with lemon and stuff. So I'm gonna have to start investing in that.
Hey, Prad, actually, we have a super chat from Chavisky. Thank you very much for super chat. And he or she's asking us to look at Smile Direct. I know that a lot of people talk about that. It's up around 12%, but then stock deep down and now trades below VWAP. So SDC, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. We'll look at SDC here. So SDC made that breakout out of $7 after having a good upwards momentum off the open. So ran up all the way, tested 7 a little bit around 690, 695-ish, but rejected. Held VWAP multiple times and made that run back to 7, breaking through 7, going higher here, and then making a top at maybe 742. Yeah, 742. I see that right here. And then coming back lower and then failing to hold 7 was the key factor that made the stock go back under here, test the pre-market high as a support. So now we're having higher highs on the way back to VWAP. So I'm gonna guess based off of today's momentum and how the stock has been trading, it's gonna probably go sideways for a little bit around VWAP area, maybe turn VWAP into a resistance or support, and go sideways for a little bit before it wants to decide if it wants to close above 7 or under 7. SDC is a pretty, a game changer of a company, actually, if you think about it. It's absolutely crazy what they've done to what's it called, dental work and dentists as a overall. So I'm actually surprised that the stock is like so low. I think they deserve to be higher, but it doesn't matter what I think. It's what the market values the stock at, and right now they at least for today, they value it under $7, and even then, the stock is up 13% for today based off of yesterday. Real quick, you wanna, yeah?
Sure, Prad. We have another super chat from Nicole Harris. Thank you very much, Nicole, our good friend. And she asked us to look at HLBZ, which I think we already got a look at, and also Root, Prad. We would
For
really
sure.
appreciate.
I hope you're doing better from the COVID that you have or had. So I'm thank you for the becoming a member, and thank you for that super chat. We'll for sure look at HLBZ and still keep wishing you to get better. So HLBZ, here we are not being able to actually, that's lies, that's cap, as people in my generation would say. Made a little bit of a breakout off 24, but instantly went back down through 24. So that means the shorts are in play right now for the downside. I'm guessing all the way down to 20 or even VWAP area for HLBZ, unless it finds some support at 22, which maybe it wants to try doing that at the moment. So let's see how it behaves around 22. If that fails, I could go see a test of $20 for HLBZ. I'm just gonna zoom in for you guys and show you guys what I see. So look at that 35-cent break. There's not real trading happening there based on what the candle is showing me, and then instantly dip back under 24 where the trading started under 24, and then the shorts are just kicking in. So let's see if it'll find support at 22. If not, then we're going back to that $20 range. Let's go see Root. Root at 6.5 million shares traded, about 8%, holding VWAP every time it comes back to test. So this is right off the open, held VWAP on the dip down, broke $6, which was around pre-market high, went all the way up to 650, and now making 650 about resistance almost, and it's coming back to test VWAP maybe, and if it does so, I'm gonna expect it to hold VWAP, and if it holds VWAP, I'm gonna expect it to go back for another leg up, maybe today, maybe Monday. But for now, it's just looking like a great trajectory for Root. I'm ready for the SDC squeeze. Yeah, SDC, like I was saying, does deserve to be higher for sure. Let's go look at what our meme stocks are doing. The show is called Memes and Movers, so let's go quickly get an update of what the meme stocks are doing today. So meme stocks, AMC trading under 45. Sad times. It's okay though. It's still trading above. 46 is or 48 was a good level that we needed, and then 46. So we were traded under both of that, and now we're trading under 45 also. So I'm not sure what AMC is gonna do. Maybe the S&P rebalance today, and the quadruple witching that's taking place is gonna bring in some momentum and run the stock up or down, either direction, right? We're not sure what it does, but AMC for the time being is down. Let's go see what GME is doing. GME is under 1 million shares, but holding above 200. Looks like it tested 215 off the open, or not really, not 215 to be exact. Tested 212.50 off the open, and then instantly came back down, failing to hold 210 and turned 210 into resistance, which was around VWAP, and just straight all the way back down. So GG's for GME for the time being on the intraday at least, but it is come down all the way to 200. And then I'm gonna expect it to make 200 a support, but if that fails, we have the next level at 180. Valeriia?
Sure, Prad. First of all, before we go to another super chat, someone brought up Tesla to me. Tesla is doing a great move to the downside, though Nasdaq is getting back to the positive territory, is now up around 0.08%. So it might be a nice buy deep opportunity for me in buying Tesla. For now, I don't want to touch it because looks like it free fall for Tesla, but I'll keep my eyes on Tesla. And Brad, another super chat. Guys, you're so generous. Thank you very much. Saeed Kabir saying great job. Thank you very much. And asking your thoughts on Wish and CHPT. Any thoughts on those two stocks,
Yeah,
Brad?
for sure. My opinions on Wish is, we're at almost all-time lows area here at the bottom, which is around $6. So it's just dip buy opportunity and load up opportunity for anyone who wants to play the expectations or the hope that the stock goes way higher, which is the people are expecting the stock's market cap to be higher and the short squeeze play to play out. So if you're looking for those two plays, I don't know why you would not buy the dip over here. I personally don't believe in the company myself because of the Chinese knockoffs that they sell all the time. So I think for the company to become the next Amazon in some sorts, what people think that it should be, I think they need to really tighten up on the products. So and that's why I'm not invested on the stock myself, but I'm really looking for that that turning period where the company starts regulating the garbage out of the product line and starts actually selling good products. At that point, I'm really willing to pull the trigger on my own account and start investing on the stock. So that being said, how much lower could the stock go? And even if it goes lower, you just keep buying it in hopes that the regulators of the company come in and change how the products are being sold. Besides that, I think Wish, it is where market think it deserves to be, and I think the market is kind of getting it right, but the short squeeze play could always play out if it starts popping up. HLBZ running back to 24 here, but I'm going to expect it to get rejected. So 22 did find support, like I said. They did not allow it to go back to test the 20 resistance, the initial 20 resistance, which it broke out of. They did not allow it to go down there and test that as a support. They just found support at 22 and made that run back to 24. But let's see if volume is continuing to kick in and make it run back through 24. I'm going to personally expect it to get bounced off of 24 based off how it traded, but it could easily go back through 24 here again because of how it traded, which is finding support at 22 and not going all the way lower.
Hey Prad, a few questions to you from me though. Well, some people on the chat ask, is really Nasdaq positive? Well, according to my information, Nasdaq is up 0.08% right now. Is it correct, Prad? Can you double check for us if Nasdaq positive? And the second one, Sterling is saying that Tesla is not Nasdaq but S&P. But for me, it trades on Nasdaq. So what it says for you?
Just give me a second. I'm just gonna do a couple things here.
Well, basically, here what's happening, Tesla
right.
indeed going back to the upside after this dip. So I put my order at 752. If it gets there, I'll get into the long position. So what's up, Brad?
So Nasdaq is down about 1%. Is that what you were asking me?
Yes. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys, for misinformation. That's what my quote board shows. So it's obviously incorrect. So thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, so the Nasdaq is down about 1%, and the Tesla stock is on Nasdaq market, and it's also in the S&P weight too. So neither of you are wrong, but it trades on the Nasdaq market, not on the ARCA market. So S&P trades on, or the SPYs trade on the ARCA market, which is .am in our extension for P Pro 8, which is what we use our software at Day Trade the World. But on Tesla is on NQ, which is Nasdaq.
Thank you, Prad. Glad you're so smart.
Palantir heading upside. Sure, let's go look at Palantir here. Palantir, man, holding that 28, but sadly getting rejected off that 29. I did not have my eyes on Palantir today. I've been trying to save myself from getting shut down so I could focus on the closing trade. It's gonna be a big movers being happening today. Without giving away too much of the secret sauce, just gonna say keep your eyes out at 350 because there's gonna be some crazy moves happening on that, and I just want to be ready for that move. But right now, look at Palantir here making that bounce off that 28 area. The bottom was 28.07, and we saw how yesterday it traded around 28. So let's just show you guys over here. So this was my executions yesterday. I tried shorting Palantir around 28 like an idiot, without knowing the news, without knowing the levels, without seeing anything. So I'm just glad that it ended up being a winner. But noticing the strength of the stock, I should have never even bothered thinking about shorting this stock. Even yesterday or a couple days ago when I was trying to short it around 26 and 27, yeah, I got winners. But look at the stock's momentum from 25 or 24 all the way up here, right? It's just up and above. I'm sure Kathy Wood is happy about her position here. But for now, Palantir today sadly getting rejected off 29. I'm gonna guess that the market's downward momentum has something to do with it. But finding support at 28, going back up higher, I'm gonna expect it to trade in pre-market trading range areas by the close, because of the strength that the stock has had all day.
And Prad, we have a new member alert, Style Kit. Welcome to the family and to the green side. Well, hopefully my green shirt will help markets go back to the upside. So good luck to you all. And again, guys, thank you very much for all the kind words on the chat. We see everything. Please stay with us. Keep being active. We love it. It's your show also. And I remind you that we appreciate any support from you. And like and subscribe is a must-have. Back to you, Prad.
All right. So someone asked me the crazy moves at 350 up or down. So, it's going to be both. It really doesn't matter. It's just the volatility. It's called quadruple witching. And I'm just going to quickly open up quadruple witching here to show you guys what that means. Come over here. Thank you. So quadruple witching. So quadruple witching refers to a date on which stock indexes futures, stock index options, stock options, and single stock futures expire simultaneously, while stock option contracts and index options expire on the third Friday of every month. All four asset classes expire simultaneously on the third Friday of March, June, September, and December. So what month are we in? Today, September 17th, 2021, and it's the quadruple witching day. A lot of stuff is expiring, and all that indicates is there's gonna be a lot of volatility happening. Big funds are gonna be looking to rebalance their positions based on how the S&P index rebalances their positions, and that's because they have a rule that they if you offer your clients as a fund that you track the S&P index and you want to give them 7% a year, and the if S&P index is, let's say removing Tesla out of their index, the hedge funds have to now remove Tesla out of their index before Monday of next week. So they're gonna do that before today along with the S&P 500. So big moves, big funds, big money is gonna be moving money all across the board, all across the market. Nasdaq, ARCA, NYSE. Big money is going to be moving all across the table. So up, down, left, right, whatever it is, it's just going to happen, and that's volatility. CRVS, let's go look at it. Basically a lot of selling. It could be a lot of buying too. You just never know. Because stocks are going to be added to the index, stocks are going to be removed from the index. For example, Match is supposed to be around $5 billion or something crazy like that, added to the index, but whereas some other stocks are going to be deleted from the index. So that's that. What's the date for witching? That's today, Big Papa 76. So today is the quadruple witching day. Good volume on CRS. Let's go look at CRVS here. CRVS, no volume at all right now as we're speaking, but the volume today is 105 million and it's up around 65%. The volume completely looks like tapering off after the open. The big volume spike around 940 and around 1022, but after topping off around 440, 442, the stock has been on a downward move, not even holding, or sorry, it held VWAP for a little bit, but it rejected off the $4 level and now trading under. Looks like it wants to form support around pre-market highs, and I'm going to be expecting the stock to find support over in the pre-market high area and trade between $4 and $3.80 for a while before it goes wherever it decides to. Thank you for clarifying on the witching. No, my pleasure. CHPT. Let's go look at CHPT. CHPT on New York. So let's see what CHPT is doing. Making a high at 21.18 off the after open. So that's a valid high, and then coming back through all the way down to the pre-market low. So we're in the pre-market low area. The stock has rejected VWAP, but able to find support in pre-market low. Let's see if it's able to go back to 2080 and trade above the pre-market high area for it to matter. I do see some size on 2074, and I don't see any significant prints going off on 2074. So probably not a good news for the stock. It's gonna turn this bottom into a resistance. If that happens, then I don't see any more upside for the stock for today. It's in yesterday's range, looks like. So let's just pull up the 15 minutes. So this is in yesterday's range. Not much going on for the intraday at least. So I'm gonna try pulling up a different stock while my chart loads up. Thoughts on play? Why did this chart load up?
Hey Prad, meanwhile we also have a question. Prad and Valeriia, can you tell us what filters you use on trade ideas to identify stocks you want to trade and relative strength or weakness? Well, basically all I personally use, it's all Inter-B Pro 8. So basically I pay attention to VWAP. It's one of my main strategies and indicators right now. Also I check volume on Seeking Alpha website, and I'm using higher time frames. Brad, what about you?
Yeah, thank you to Trade Ideas for sponsoring. I'm pretty sure it's a morning show. I don't know if it's the evening show or my show, but
we had a specialist today from TradingView, and I know you guys really like the guy.
TradingView or Trade Ideas?
Trade Ideas.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
Trade Ideas.
Yeah, Trade Ideas sounds right.
People said that it's how you say that, twin of Brandon, but with beard.
Okay, I haven't seen him, so maybe I need to go watch this interview. Okay, so yeah, trade ideas. These are just basic scanners. Your up gappers, your down gappers, your volume leaders, your relative volume leaders. But I have it fine tuned to my strategies, and I highly suggest everyone fine tune the scanners to their strategies. So for me, if the stock is not doing a certain amount of volume, or it's not gapping up over a certain percentage, or it's not doing a certain amount of relative volume, I just don't care about it, and that's just coming from a day trader's point of view. So you might be what's it called, a swing trader, right, or an investment trader, and your scanning requirements most likely will not meet my scanner requirements. So everyone's scanners are completely different when it comes to trading, and it all depends on, like I said once again, on your trading setup and what works for you. 15 minutes to make a drink. How big is this drink? I mean, dude, maybe they gotta cut up the fruits, blend the fruits, add some ice, add some milk. I don't know. Tyrone out here just judging people, dude. Prad versus the energy is here. I'm just trying to save my throat. My throat's been hurting me for the past couple days for yelling too much on the stream here because of all the excitement of energy that you guys bring out of me. So the energy's still here. It's just I'm just trying to contain my voice. It just hurts. Never judge anybody. Only God can judge us, right, Tyrone? Only God can judge me. All right, where are we going? Interval, relative strength and weakness. Prad, do you have COVID? No, I don't. Thankfully, I'm fully vaccinated, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't stop you from getting your throat game on fire. All right, buddy. Let's go to a stock real quick. What stocks are moving? SDC, IPHA. So IPHA, this stock is pretty crazy today. I don't know if you guys were listening to me call out for the morning stream. So they had a eye on IPHA, but this was the halt right here. It halted again over here. I'm actually not making money on this stock, surprisingly, and that's because of the fees on this stock were absolutely ridiculous for today. But thankfully, I think those are going to be fixed. But besides that, the stock is it was ridiculously hard to trade. The even dollar breaks, if you took, you would have to hold it against you for quite a bit. The halt prices that you took, you would have to hold against you for quite a bit, and it was very, very choppy and very spready for a stock that's only like $8. So right, like I would like it to be a 1 cent spread, but no, it was so all over the place that I just couldn't even manage to hold a very tiny position at any point throughout the day, and this was a loser on the day for me. But I blame the stock and not me for once, because this was just impossible. What a crazy stock. IPHA's weak. Stay out till strength. Prad just said throw game on fire. CRVS, I'm pretty sure we just checked it out. Like I said, it's not doing much at the moment. Volume coming off, and it's probably just gonna trade between $4 and $3.70.
Hey Brad, a lot of people on the chat worry about your throat, so don't be shy, and if you need a tea with lemon, just let me know. I'll get it for you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get it after. I'll get it after lunch. I don't want the chat to say that Valeriia is only here for Prad's lemon and coffee and
Come
whatnot.
on, I'm coffee lady.
No, I don't
That's
want.
how
I don't want
became
chat to say
popular.
that. No, you're my co-host. You're not my
Okay.
coffee lady.
Give me how you say that one?
Props.
Prop.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You two are so damn cute. No, she is. I just tried to.
Aww.
Prad needs some ivermectin. Huh? Okay. Valeriia, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking for stock names, and you guys are just memeing us. All right. Give me some stock names you guys want me to cover, boys. Anything fun that you guys been trading
Did you
today?
talk
that
about
was
CRVS yet?
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I have it up right now. Have you traded anything, Valeriia, today?
Yes. Let me. Can came up
Sure,
come up
sure.
with this.
Take your time. AMD, DKNG, what a great Friday. Yeah, man. I mean, the excitement on Friday is for sure there because of quadruple witching. So I'm just trying to contain my energy here for the most part. Wow, you guys are going crazy with
Oh
stocks
wow.
now.
You asked them, they give
I
you.
asked them and they just present me with a million stocks. I love it. So AMD going lower here as we speak right now, making a new low a day, going under 105 today, which is sad. You know, I would have liked AMD to hold 105, but screw it. As long as AMD trades above 100, who really cares, right? AMD on its way down today, though, along with the market. Market making another leg down. Let's see if market bounce off of right here. What is it? 370, 362-ish on the QQQs, but the QQQs are heading downwards and the SPYs at the same time. So let's see it goes down. If it brings down AMD with it, which it should technically. Let's go look at Tesla really quick. What is it doing? It is holding above 750, so good job to Tesla, but I'm going to expect it to draw down along with the market, and I expect Apple to do that too. You know, these stocks, Apple, Google, Microsoft have a pretty decent down weight on the index changes today. So you know, I would expect other hedge funds to start shaving off their position too to match the S&P index. So keep an eye on that. Look at the UVXY today, which is about 6% up and just heading higher as the market goes down here. So the volatility is rising as we expected to because of quadruple witching. So you know, just be ready, boys. There's going to be a lot of action, especially starting from power hour from 3 o'clock, which is going to be covered by Neal and Arun and Brandon. So it's going to be a lot of. Sorry?
The beasts.
The beasts, yeah, the trading beasts are gonna be covering the power hour for you guys. There's gonna be a lot of excitement over there. HGEN is pumping, or a huge gap up incoming. Well, not right now, sadly, not even with the million shares trading. So let's go look at something else.
Hey Prad, some people write IRNT on the chat, and also you asked me what I was trading today. So I was losing money on IRNT today. I went long in pre-market, and actually it could be a profitable trade for me if I would exit in here. But I don't know what happened there. Either I went to ring the bell, either to make a coffee or tea, or I'm just looking for excuses here. Anyways, I missed the opportunity to make this trade profitable, and stock just flashed down. Here I tried to buy, like, average down my position or average up, whatever, and then I just gave up due to my risk management. I had to exit in here. So ta-da! What are your thoughts on IRNT, Prad?
Yeah, let's look at IRNT. I hate that my charts do this sometimes. These are just dark pool tradings that took place somewhere down here. These are not real trades, so ignore them. Just focus on the charts right here, up here. So IRNT on New York, not having the best of days, down about 18% on 7 million shares traded today. Lower volume right now going into the lunchtime, trading around VWAP, which is, let's see what it is around on the 1 minute, around 33.37. So let's just say 33.35, making a top around 39.50. I'm gonna guess that's pre-market, so just downwards since pre-market, ever since pre-market or open, and not having the best time. So as you guys can see, if the stock is down 18%, that means short sale restriction is activated on the stock, and that happens every time a stock is down more than 10%, and it is more than 10%, hence short sale restriction. And for those who don't know what that means, it doesn't mean that you can't get short. It only means that you can't short it by hitting the bids. You can still get short by staying on the offers and getting picked up on the offers, but when a buyer is willing to sell to you, or vice versa. I think I messed that up on the idea, but you get the concept.
Yeah, thank you, Prad.
Sorry?
Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem. CEI. So CEI, look at the size on 176. I got burnt on that 180 short yesterday, but I would love to see if I want to take this trade again on the same level area. Let's see how it traded today. See, this was yesterday. It traded above 180 for a little bit, and had that crazy down move into the closing hour. So if I held it, of course, that dream statement that everyone uses. If I held it for this move, or if I had it for a little bit longer, or if I didn't get shaken out, the if, then, where, why, how statements were playing in my head. But it doesn't matter. I had to take the loser. I had to stick to my plan. So CEI cracked over 180 yesterday, but today not able to do that. And actually, the lack of volume is very obvious for me in CEI. We've been having 100 million shares day for back-to-back all of this week on CEI, but today we're not able to even crack that 60 million barrier before 11:30. So the lack of volume is very evident for me, and I don't think that 180 break is going to happen today, especially if the stock is not going to do 100 million shares on a day like quadruple witching, where exponential volatility is expected. Exponential volume and volatility is expected. What's your take on Roblox? I hope Shawn's not listening. I hate the game. I hate everything about it. If anyone wants me to ever play that game,
happy birthday, Shawn.
Yeah, happy birthday to Shawn indeed. But I don't understand why people ever play Roblox. But it's kids, right? It's kids, and it makes sense. It's the same idea behind why would I ever play Minecraft? Of course, like when I was a kid, I played Minecraft, so it makes sense why these kids play Roblox. But my opinion on Roblox shouldn't matter as a company. What is it doing as a stock intraday? Let's go look at it real quick. So almost 3 million shares traded for Roblox. Let's go see how much is it up or down. So it's down about 2.5% almost, so 2.3%, finding a bottom around $79 and bouncing off of that. So let's see if it wants to go test around VWAP again, 80. But right now, finding the top around 79.85-ish, rejected off of there and making a lower high and a double bottom. So maybe it's going to break that 79 bottom today and go lower. I do see on the dailies over here a range over here, which is around 76. So if 79 breaks, we could go to that 76, but to test 76 easily over the next week or so.
Hey Prad, I see a question on the chat that I can quickly cover. Do you ever trade options? Well, no, we trade equities, stock shares, and just following this question, a lot of people ask what's better to trade, options, futures, or equities? Well, as I understand, that's nothing better. You just find what's better for you. What are you a better trader at? So we prefer to day trade equities. We have Arun who like trade futures. So that's my opinion. Are you agree with this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. Another question I see in chat right now is, hey, Prad and Valeriia, when you guys first started as day trading, how long it take you to be consistent, and what are your tips? In terms of tips and educational content, we have tons of it on our channel right here. Absolutely. On Live Trading by TraderTV.Live. We have multiple playlists which none of it contains me, because there's way better traders to teach you on that. We have Shawn, Brendan, Neal.
I'm just kidding.
We have Shawn, Brendan, Neal, and Arun sometimes. Maybe do we have Arun in any of a video?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so even
Absolutely.
Arun has been dropping educational content. So for learning content, that's there,
for free.
For free, exactly. And all we ask for you in return is maybe smash the like button every now and then. But in terms of being consistent, consistently profitable, it really depends on person to person. For me, it took about 4 months, 3 months. For you, it might take 6 months. For some people, it might take a year. I know people who could do it on their first day and continuously stay profitable since their first day.
Shout out to Shawn Katina.
Yeah, so it's really, there's no set in stone answer for that.
So for me, I want to remind everyone, I trade paper money on TMS account, and I love my paper money. I treat it as real, though I can say that like sometimes I have like whole week like consistently profitable, but then it might be a whole week of losing. So consistency here, like I don't know, there is no consistency for me in trading. Well, I wish you guys have every day a profitable day.
Yeah, thank you, Valeriia. Yeah, man. Thank you for that wishing of luck. Everyone needs some of that, because boy, it's rough out here, especially when you're alone. So
Ooh,
welcome to the
let's
family.
throw to Neal.
Yeah, let's
real
do
quick.
it.
It's sorry to interrupt. I actually just want to jump in, and usually it's to talk about a trade, which could be HLBZ, which I missed out on. But I want to talk about that question very, very quickly about how long it takes people to get profitable, because I've managed on this head office floor for quite some years, and I will tell you that the most profitable trader that was on both Shawn and our floor and this floor here, it took him an entire year to graduate as a prop trader on our floor, and then within 1 year, he was taking up a second job, because after getting profitable, he then had a slump which required him to take up a second job. And then this is now, I want to say like 15 years later, and he's been highly profitable, obviously one of the best traders I've seen. But it's different for everybody. It's absolutely no indication of your future success level. The fact that it took him as long as I've seen anybody to truly make it and get consistent, and then he ended up being a fantastic trader. So I just wanted to get that story out there. It's a true one from our floor. I've probably said it a million times, but you follow your own path, guys. I mean, there's no one way to profitability in trading, and you got to be open to whatever path is going to lead you towards success. That's my rant. Back to Trader Prad and Valeriia.
Thank you, Neal, for that. I'm still working. I'm nowhere where I want to be. My goals are still very high. So thank you for, sometimes I even feel ashamed of calling myself Trader Prad because I'm nowhere at the level that I want to be. So hopefully with you guys here, I'm growing, and I hope you guys are growing along with us. So welcome to the Trader TV family, to everyone. I'm pretty sure we just got a super chat that I missed. Valeriia, is there any way to grab that super chat?
Of course, MFSC Warcraft 2. Thank you very much for your super chat. He's asking INDP. My average cost is $14.67 on INDP. Wait for a comeback. So can we take a look at INDP and 14.67 level, Prad?
So your buy is all the way at $14 here, which is look at the wicks that are happening. That's no real trading up there, and the stock is on a downward descent for the last 2 days. So it's right now trying to test this range top, which is around 11 to 10. So let's see what it does around this range. It is on SSR, down about 12% today on 2 million shares. I'll expect it to find support at 10, but if you're expecting it to go back to 14, it really depends on what the stock's news is, what the stock's fundamentals are, if it's a long-term play. But if it's a day trader's play or a swing trader's play, I think you should have, maybe had to close the position a while ago for a first swing or a day trade's play. At least that's in my humble opinion, and I could be wrong, because it could easily go back to 25 tomorrow, and it could be a slap in my face for saying that. But this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just how I would have taken the trade if I was taking a swing trade of 14 on the intention of getting out tomorrow, or if I was taking long 14 on the intention of getting out end of day. I should have already been out on it because the stock is down. Let's see. It's okay, I survived. Let's go. VEGI. I'm gonna guess that's on New York.
I love it. Someone called us
AM.
VP. V and Prad. Should we be like VIP?
Very important people.
Yeah. Oh, Valeriia. Prad.
Valeriia. I don't know.
Prad sounds like iPhone.
Prad. I like it. All right. VEGI not really doing anything. 38K shares. CRVS. Let's look at CRVS here. Let's see. Like I said, still struggling to be around that $4 to 370 range. You know, I said it's gonna have to trade around VWAP for a little bit. Let's see if this rise up in stock on low volume means anything. Usually that's just the market makers moving the stock. When a stock trends up on low volume, that's just market makers moving the stock up and down, you know, trying to see where people are. In my opinion, of course, you know, I have a tin hat mindset. So let's see what the stock wants to do here at 4 o'clock, at the $4 price, and if it wants to break through there. Thoughts on DKNG? All right, here we are. DKNG going lower today, not able to trade above 60. So that it tried to find you know, some sort of trading range around $60 level in pre-market, and then it bounced off of that. It ran all the way up to almost 61 off the open, and then came back down, tried to hold VWAP, failed to hold VWAP, turned VWAP into a resistance and tried to hold the pre-market range support, failed in doing that. So instant rejection off the triple top at VWAP made it go all the way down through 60 and go lower here. So looks like it's going to try and find support around 57, 58, maybe today, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, over the week. But you know, that how it traded above 60 here tells me that there is some weakness on the stock, and they're gonna have to go test other supports before they go make a run on another run back up top here for that $60. HLBZ. HLBZ still struggling to, you know, trade above 20. Actually, wait, it went to 25. So after creating that triple top near 24, it broke out through 24, went all the way to 25, and is now trying to hold 24 as a support, creating the high as 25.78. So we also got a breakout off of 25, a 78-cent breakout all the way to 25, and coming back lower here, and failing to hold 24 as support and going lower as we speak. So let's see if it's able to find some buyers in 23 like they were able to find earlier. The range low is 22, and the range high is 24, which is trading under. So let's see if it's able to find buyers in that same range. If not, then I'm gonna expect it to go lower near 21 area, near 2050 area is my expectations.
Hey Prad, real quick guys, Valley Will says that he wants memes and movers merchandise. We wanted to, and soon we'll do this, but during the morning show someone asked where they can find our concurrent merch. So guys, you simply go to our homepage, you click on store here, and you have all the goods we have. So just quickly, for those who are looking for that and can't find, go there and you can find there. By the way, VIP, someone says Valeriia including Prad.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I've learned not to FOMO. Yeah, you know, even now after, you know, 1.5 years of experience, I still FOMO. So you know, I know it's hard, man. Learning not to FOMO is a very good skill to have. It shows willpower. It shows discipline. So it's still a lot for me to you know, grow and learn on my own aspect. And that's why I say, you know, having the name Trader Prad is sometimes a shame, because the discipline that I lack and the willpower to not take some of the trades that I shouldn't be taking, even though in my head is just like, God damn, why am I doing this?
Talking about educational video, guys, I just sent on the link educational video where Prad, Neal, and Brandon talk and teach us on how to avoid FOMO in your day trading.
Prad, Neal, and Brandon?
I said Prad?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking about you too much now. Shawn, Neal, and Brandon.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Shawn.
I wish I was the one who did it, but no, I'm not the one who did it. LKCO was asked by a viewer here, so let me quickly pull up. Absolutely nothing going on for today. Trading around VWAP. Looks like a buyout trade or a rebate trade almost, so nothing going on at all. And it's almost in yesterday's range here, so pretty sleeper movement on the stock, and at 4 million shares and only showing me a 2 to 5 cent range for the most part, where most of the volume was transacted in, is not exciting. OCGN. Let's see what OCGN is doing. OCGN topped out around $8. We went back through down here, finding support at 765. 7 million shares traded, not treated, and holding around VWAP. So it's just constantly going up and down around VWAP. So it looks like it wants to find a value buying range over here, and market volume tapering off too, right? So not gonna expect it to go back through $8 anytime soon. Maybe later on in the day, but not anytime soon.
Prad, have you seen any Sphere 3D?
No, I have not. But
Some people talk on that on chat.
Oh shoot! Give me a second.
Sure, no problem.
Could you cover for a second, Valeriia?
Sure. Well, guys, welcome to Valeriia Trades. Oh, I got into the trade again. Oh my God. And for now, I guess it's profitable for me again. I put an order. I forgot about this. And now I'm in profit. Well, guys, I can out now and it will be profitable trade for me still. But I feel like I need to hold a little bit if this will be my support level. Hopefully stock will bounce back to the upside from 752 and go a little bit higher. So my perfect exit would be $754. So please, Tesla, go back to the upside. What's up, Prad?
Okay, thank you for that, Valeriia. I just need to throw out some orders here. I threw out the wrong order on my buyout trades here. Instead of throwing out a buy cover, I threw out a short cover, so I went even harder short on something that I didn't want to go that hard on. So just needed her to cover for me. So thank you for that, Miss Beautiful V.
Yeah, Prad,
we got another member. You guys are on fire, boys.
That's true. Asmal Ali, thank you very much for joining our family. We appreciate the support, and we promise that it's worth to becoming a member and getting to the green side. A lot of people complain that we didn't cover any.
Any?
Yes.
Sure.
Sphere 3D. We hear you guys.
So, AI or any?
ANY.
Oh, any. Okay. Let's look at any. Any, man, making that rise up right now off of VWAP with a little bit of a volume, not as enough volume from the previous day, or not previous day, previously in the day, but a little bit of a volume, giving it enough to break out of the VWAP resistance and going higher here. Maybe it finds some support on the pullbacks here and runs back to test the the day high. Getting rejected currently off the pre-market high, looks like. So I'm gonna expect it to find a bounce somewhere here around 650 and find buyers stepping up on the bids and going higher here. So let's see if 650/655 can find some buyers or support to make that run back up to $679/$7 on any over here. Are you guys trading or what? No, I'm not
just
trading.
Chilling.
Sorry?
Just chilling.
Just chilling, just hanging out, relaxing, shooting some b-ball. No, I'm not trading any stocks today. Like I said, no, that's wrong. I did trade IPHA and I got beat up on, and I'm trading a little bit of my other buyout setups over here. But besides that, I'm not trying to take any setups that I'm not too familiar or I just don't want to take shots besides the ones that I'm preparing myself for the end of the day on. So that's where I'm gonna put most of my eggs in my basket on the end of the day over there.
Guys, well, Tesla went to the downside. I'm having a loss, but I'm still gonna keep. It's so sad. It's like second time for the day when I had a chance to exit and turn my position, my trade, into profitable one. But I don't know, I'm lost today. I'm flying somewhere and I'm losing on all the opportunities. So now I'm sitting here and waiting until Tesla get back to the upside. Hopefully Tesla, please.
Yeah, Valeria, I'm just gonna suggest you to keep your eye on the market. As always, when you're trading such highly weighted stocks like Apple, Tesla, that are inside, the QQQs and the SPYs. Apple being the biggest weight, I believe. A move in Apple or a move in Tesla will move the market, but a move in the market will also vice versa move the Tesla and Apple. So these are just your beta stocks. So I think it's like around 1. If the beta is around 1, then they move really close in relationship with the market, I believe. Don't quote me on it. I may be wrong, but I believe that's how it works. And the further away from 1 it is, the more less it tracks to the market.
Thank you, Prad.
Prad, can you help with LKCO? So yeah, I pulled up LKCO. Not much going on there as if you were watching KR, that for a day trader's perspective at least. That's why I don't paper trade. I mean, paper trade is a good back testing resource bins trades, but of course you're not gonna learn much just simply paper trading all the time, because the psychology kind of changes when you go from paper trading to live trading, and based on what type of paper trading software you're using, you also might just get execution fills easily, whereas on an actual live environment, execution fills might be a little bit harder than you faced in paper trading. But that all doesn't matter when you're trying to learn or back test a strategy. So paper trading is actually a great tool, and I suggest everyone to keep it in their back pocket when it comes to testing out stuff. He's absolutely right about the psychology. Yeah, the psychology will change when you're going from paper to live trading, but I mean, you can battle that afterwards. Your thoughts on BBIG? Yeah, I was going to pull up BBIG, but I pulled up LKCO. So let's go pull. Oh, I already have BBIG up right here. So let's go see. BBIG options expire. What stuff happens today, and a lot of options expire in the money around $7 today, and that's gonna happen without a doubt, because $8 is a big level for buyers, and they have been holding that price up. Yeah, the stock went under $8 a couple times, but they kept coming back up and holding that price multiple times, and even today they held it up. Look at $8, right? This is $8 right here. They held it up at higher highs and higher lows at the same time on the way to VWAP. So it's doing it, but every time we go to 9, it's getting rejected. So these people on Twitter are getting angry at market makers, and they're saying that this is on purpose. They're trying to keep it down under 9, trying to keep it down under 10, so the options don't expire in the money, and so on. So I do think that way. I do put on the tin hat, but I would highly suggest that don't try to think that the market makers are always out there to get you type of mentality. Try to look for volume and play the volume and play the idea, or if you're doing a DD behind it, which is you're doing the tide or whatever it's called, where the spin-off happens, and you're getting some sort of some amount of shares for the NFT stock that BBIG is going to spin off to, and if that's the play you're doing and not the short squeeze play, then BBIG is at a great standing right now, because holding that $8 level going into that future, it's going to completely, the ticker name is going to change, and you're going to get some amount of the NFT stock, so everything's going to change from there. Let's see what I see over here. Yeah, it's true. When I used to paper trade. Okay, paper trading. Are you getting distracted? You have orders ready? Mead will give you another tweet on BBIG. Can you talk about the relationship between quad witching and pin risk? I'm not sure what pin risk is, but quad witching we've talked about already multiple times. Would quad witching have an impact on negative beta stocks? Quad witching will have an impact on the overall market in general. So quad witching just means that stocks, options, future contracts, daily, not dailies, the individual stock options, there's like multiple things that are expiring today that that is going to bring volatility into the stock, and hedge fund managers are going to rebalance their stock today. The S&P imbalance, S&P index is getting rebalanced today. That means stocks are going to be added, stocks are going to be removed, some stocks weight is going to be increased, some stocks weight is going to be decreased. So when this is happening, you know, volatility is going to be present, I don't know if you guys know this, but for the most part, the general rule is, you know, when you're doing these big weightage moves, you can't do that on normal trading hours and move the stock in a drastic way. So they do it in the open, they do it in the closing, and that's what you guys see in the closing show with Neal, Shawn, Brendan, and Arun today, because of course Shawn is on his birthday holiday. So happy birthday to the main man over there. So what you guys see in the imbalance locator is that info. When you guys are looking at the imbalance locator that these guys are showing you, you guys are seeing that X amount of shares are supposed to be bought, X amount of shares are supposed to be sold, and the X amount of shares are paired off right now, which means they are going to be acting into the closing auction. So these numbers are going to be drastically higher compared to what you guys have been noticing so far, and that's because of quad witching, and that's volatility that's going to be coming in because of quad witching. And that's what quad witching means. It doesn't matter if the stock is high beta, low beta, you know, it just means it's just gonna happen. And if a fund manager needs to handle with that stock, he's gonna handle it on the closing time.
Thank you, Prad. It was very helpful.
No problem, Valeriia. Okay. Mutual fund, yeah. SDC looking like it's getting ready for a bounce. Let's go look towards SDC over here. SDC still not having that, you know, luck towards going back to VWAP. But like I did say, I actually expected it to trade around VWAP, and I was wrong. So I'll take that a loser on my belt today, like multiple losers today on my belt already. So what's another one, right? That's the type of mentality you should have. But let's learn from this loser. So what did I learn from it? What do I see? Is we expected buyers to come in and make it trade around $7 to $6.80, but the multiple resistance of $6.80 not even happening, or not even being able to go to $6.90 and going lower here, and now trying to trade near pre-market bottoms is actually a pretty big indication of a lack of strength to go back to the highs here. But it could easily find some bottom here and have that bounce towards VWAP, but we need the break of 760 and the break of 660 and 680 for it to technically count as a bounce, because we needed to go all the way through 7 and close above 7 for the stock to be in a good indication, in my opinion at least. It needs to be above 7. The actual resistance over here, as you guys can see, is around 750. My chart's just loading, so let it load. So 750 on the top side, but 7 on the bottom of this range. So let's see what the stock does once it trades above 7. We've already seen what it does above 7, but if we can see it another time, that's going to be the key moment for us. AMC trying to TP come back. What's TP? Oh, okay. AMC trying to moon over here after making higher lows and higher highs. Not technically higher highs, it's kind of it made higher lows, but it had the same highs multiple times over here, but broke out of that 45 high and now going higher to test VWAP. So congratulations to AMC. Good news on that end. But we needed to go test 46 for it to matter, and my guess is it's gonna get rejected at 46 very easily, based on how the stock has been trading today. Triple top, yeah, easily could call it a triple top. I just don't know what a triple top indicates. Like I said, I don't use indicators and patterns, so I try to show a couple of them here and there, like the head and shoulders that we learned together with you guys, but I'm not sure what a triple top indicates. It's maybe it's a higher or lower. I just try to look for the buyers coming in and the sellers coming in, or at a point of a key level for me to kick in. Speaking of that, actually, I just have let me just drink water real quick.
Oh, guys, position alert. I'm out of my Tesla. It was a profitable trade for me. I hold it and I'm out. I don't want to touch it no more because it looks like a downtrend for me for Tesla. And Prad, you were talking about head and shoulders.
Yeah.
Like this is not like head and shoulders, right? Like because here like a lot of heads, it should be just one head.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
lot of, that's like a consolidation area
Yeah.
almost, because a lot of trading happened in a range, so that's like a range for it.
It also
But
looks like down trade for me.
yeah, you shorted Tesla over there, or is that your profit?
It's long. Here I went.
You went long and then that's your profit?
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
Thank you.
So you caught the bounce back up and you got out on a negative trend day, so I'll take it.
Hopefully.
I'll take it. That's a good trade.
Thank you.
I don't want to show this person's name just in case, they're not okay with me, exposing them or anything. But just a quick little note here. This person has sent me a message yesterday saying, they were surprised seeing that Arun, me, Neal, Shawn, Brandon, we don't use any indicators or whatever. And for the most part, we only have VWAP. How come that you guys don't do it, and you guys are profitable or whatever, and he was profitable using indicators, and now he's not. So on that question, the reason why I didn't reply to you is because I wanted to address it live, because I think multiple people have that same question, and it is basically, it is first coming up with a system that works for you. That's the number one thing. It's not about how many indicators are you using, or how many indicators you're not using. It's about coming up with a system that works for you, a profitable system, and you can back test your system. There's multiple ways. We've talked about this. There's coding for it. There's already established code that does it for you. If you want to pay for it, you can code them yourself. You can do it manually on a piece of paper and pen. You can use Google Sheets to do it for you. There's multiple ways to back test, right? I could go on days for how to back test, but it's the principle of doing that job, getting that work done, back testing, creating a strategy, finding out what works for you, finding out what your trading personality is, what stocks work for you in that realm, and then finding out what indicators help you in that realm. Thank you for actually saying that trade the charts 1, 2, 3. Indicators are always late, which is exactly right. They're always a delayed indicator. The MACD, the RSI, and everything are delayed indicators, which don't help me as a day trader over here. Which is, we are a day trading prop firm. It doesn't help me on the minute to minute scale as much as the time of sales or the level 2 will help me. But when you're investing or you're swing trading, the RSIs and the MACDs could very easily be incorporated into your system, and you can use them, and it doesn't mean that you should not use them just because we're not using them. And it all comes down to back to that point where just make sure you know a system that works for you, and it's not that you're working for the system, right? So just figure that part out, and then you'll be on your way towards indicators.
Super chat alert. Green Ray Studio is asking, are you guys gonna cover CEI? It's gonna pop if it goes over $1.80. Can we take a look
So
at CEI?
I won't expect it to pop, and we actually talked about this earlier. Is the lack of volume is the stock has been trading above 100 million shares before 12 o'clock for the whole week, I believe. But here we are today, not even hitting the 100 million barrier before 12 o'clock. 75 million shares traded. Yesterday it traded above 180 for a very 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 minute time, and that I took a loss on that. I'm okay saying that I got beat up on that. I actually gave away my whole day on that 180 short and turned my winner into a loser. But what did I notice was how it traded above 180. It went up to 185, traded above 185 for a little bit, and then that violent move. And I like saying violent move because I wanted that move, right? I didn't have it. Maybe it wasn't violent, but I just want to call call it violent because it went in that direction that I wanted it to, and I wasn't in there, and it makes me upset not being in there. So it went down all the way through 180 back to around, let's go see what it is right now. So all the way down to 168 off that 188, 186 highs yesterday. So here we are when it came back to 179, 176. We saw rejection, and we saw stock going back all the way down towards what is it, 164. So I'm gonna expect that to play out again with the lack of volume. Prad's mojo is coming back. That's because like you guys are getting me excited, and my throat hurts, and even though it's hurting, I'm just doing it because I just love you guys. But you know,
Your throat hurts because you love them?
no, my throat hurts because like they're bringing excitement, and when I'm excited, I just start getting louder, and you know, it just happens naturally. That's fine though. I'm not blaming you guys. It's just, you know, I'm excited for you guys to be able to have this opportunity to talk with stocks with a bunch of people and not just having headphones and jamming out to Kanye West by myself, right? But yeah, like I'm gonna expect that same rejection to take place at 180 and go back under with the lack of volume today. If that does not, like if volume doesn't present itself, then it's completely GG's, right? It has to be GG, and GG means good game for those of you who are not speaking the gamer lingo in the chat. Throat goat champ. Oh my goodness, what am I doing?
Why again?
You guys are unstoppable, man. The troll gods is what your names should be. The troll champs. Kanye washed up old man.
Oh, wow.
Check Mojo stock pace.
By the way, guys, Tesla is going back to the upside. I get into short position at 754 because, again, I identified personally for myself that there is a downtrend. So hopefully, I was hoping Tesla go to the upside. Now I'm hoping Tesla will go to the downside a little bit because that's what momentum day traders do. We try to catch all those moves. Back to you, Prad.
So Gaia LAX, my good friend from Twitter, who I love having conversations with, wants me to look at pace here. Look at pace. You know, low volume today. Not any significant amount of volume to show up on my scanners. And obviously, look at that. I don't see it anywhere on my scanners, right? I only have stocks that do decent volume, but that doesn't matter. Look at the stock. It's almost up 10%. Look at that big volume spike right here around 1133, making it break out from this range off the open. It's the upward trajectory. Not sure what the news or it's making it do this, but let's look at the daily chart here. Looks like you know, it's the volume is not even significant compared to, like, look at the volume over here on September 2nd where the stock didn't even move, but here we are today where the volume is not there compared to this day, but we're making that move up. So not sure what's causing it to do this, but it is going up, boys. I like his first CD, second okay. Kanye's? V, you're messing up yourself. I listened yesterday. What? Okay, anyways. Long pace is my check. LPTX. Okay. CLB certified limit order boy. Certified limit order boy. In that case, I'm certified market order boy today, bro. I've been having to just market punch what is it, IPHA all across the board just to get out. It was so tough trading IPHA, man. I was certified market order boy today. Oh, I'm dying. You guys are hilarious, dude. What was the stock? LPTX. LPTX. Let's go look at LPTX here. LPTX down about 3.5% today, but 9.5 million shares and just trading above VWAP at the moment. So low volume right now going into lunchtime, but you know, it is trading above VWAP, and it looks like it wants to go maybe towards 250, which is around pre-market ranges. So let's see if it's able to do that or not. Whatever had Runaway on that was a good one. Runaway was on 808s and Heartbreaks. Runaway Love. No, that's not the one. No, I know what you're thinking about. Runaway. Yeah, I think that was on 808s and Heartbreaks. Or no, it wasn't. It was on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's what it was on. That album was crazy though. That album was a beautiful, beautiful album to go down as a goated album in history.
Like literally, Kanye West and Drake are not the only artists on this planet. What about Justin Bieber? That's the legend.
Yo, Justin Bieber? Listen, yo, I was not a Justin Bieber fan, but right now anything he touches is gold.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many Justin Bieber songs in my playlist
I know.
that I'm not even ashamed to say anymore.
Baby?
No, not the old school
Baby.
songs. I'm talking about the newer ones.
Okay,
like
yeah, he is really cool. He grew up and his fans grew up
Yes.
with me. Yes.
Dude, his new song is not bad. Like I have
I got
so
me
many of
Peaches,
them.
that one? Or what's the name of that?
I don't know
We got
song
this.
names like that of Justin Bieber, but I have his
Justin
new
Bieber,
songs on
we
there.
love you.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's from Toronto too. I
Yeah.
mean, he doesn't rep it as much as Drake, but you know he's from Toronto too.
Yeah. Got to represent.
Maybe he's from Vancouver, but he's from Canada.
No, he's from London, Ontario.
Okay, so
That's super close.
Super
to
close. Yeah,
Toronto.
we'll claim
Yes.
Toronto. We'll claim Toronto. All right. Miss V's so cute. Hey, back off. Well, actually, that song was annoying at first. Yeah, a couple songs got annoying, but like he was a kid, and everyone just liked hating on him, right? It was
Yeah.
easy to hate, so everyone just rode that bandwagon to hate ride. So you know, it is what it is. Let's go to no, he's nice in Stratford. Oh yeah. I think that's where he's from. The Shakespeare's place. You're right. Let's go to anything that's moving. SDC 66666. So making that bounce and went up to it broke out of that 660, trading higher here. Now let's see if it wants to trade above 680, which is around where VWAP is. So if it can do that, then I don't see why it can easily go back and test that higher day or even trade above 7. So my initial expectations were that it's gonna find support here in this range and trade around VWAP around 7 to 680. But you know, it got rejected. It found support in the pre-market lows and made that bounce back up towards 680. So we're gonna expect it to, you know, trade around VWAP, see how it wants to do there. Maybe it wants to break out from VWAP and hold 7s on the bids, or maybe it wants to hold 7s on the offers and get rejected again to make another leg down for the day on SDC. SPIR. SPCE is steady. Let's go look at SPIR. SPIR coming down indeed right now with the decent amount of volume too. So I'm gonna expect it to come back to 13 and see how it behaves around 13/1250/1270. So in this whole range that the circle is painting for you guys, let's see how it behaves here on this after this down move. Maybe it's able to find some bounce off of in this down move and allowing it to go back higher. SPCE. SPCE going crazy right now as we're speaking.
So someone hating on me in the chat say, "Are you okay, Brad?"
Yeah, I'm okay.
The water was good.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay,
What's
so
up?
someone is hating. Sorry for keeping you on camera while you're struggling. Well, because it's funny. Someone hating on me saying that Justin Bieber is from Stanford. That in my memory he was from London. Now I went to Wikipedia and it says London, Ontario, Canada. So who's right, Justin Bieber? If you're watching this, please contact us and tell exactly where you're from.
I think Stratford is in London, Ontario. So neither of you are wrong. Neither of you are correct.
Okay.
So let's just leave
Peace.
it. Let's just leave it it at that.
Thank you. You're a great judge.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yes.
Neither of you are wrong. Neither of you are correct. Let's not have battles over Justin Bieber's birthplace, guys. Come on. That's pretty lame to have battles over, right? I'm on Twitter having battles over BBIG now. Now that's something to battle over, not over. Don't harass Miss V over Bieber, right?
Okay. Don't shame on us. Like, we got you.
Over
Let's go
over
back
Bieber,
to-
Miss V doesn't deserve that.
Sweet.
Hydration says Mill Brewery. Who's the pretty bird? She's flying. She's flying. Pretty bird's flying. So as she is flying, so is. Was that a tongue twister? As she is flying, so is space. There you go. As she is flying, so is space right here as we speak. Space making a new high a day, going higher and higher towards $26. Looks like it was able to find support at every point on the way down when it made a return downside towards VWAP and finding support and then finding support up top in this range and able to break out here. So. Will I expect it to get rejected off 26? Yes. But will it break out of 26? Yes. And I'm saying yes to both of that because let's see what the stock does at that price is the correct way to deal with it and the correct mentality. Let's see how it behaves near 26. If buyers show up or sellers show up. Right now, clearly sellers are showing up and they don't want it to go higher, looks like. And these are lit gateways. These are not even, inverse gateways or dark gateways. So these are actually people might be trying to take the stock up higher or trying to get short right now. Apps doesn't seem to be affected by downturn. Doma, low pop, LVS short, Tesla.
Shepherd's pie.
Oh, the lunch?
I don't know what shepherd's pie is.
Shepherd's pie.
Let me Google it.
What do you call a shepherd?
I know Shepherd Street, Shepherd Young. I don't know Shepherd Pie. Let me Google first. I need to get prepared.
All right, so while she figures out what shepherd's pie is in her language, there's no way I'm gonna be able to translate that into my language. So I'm gonna give up on that side for today. It's good country food. Indeed, it is American country food.
Okay, from Google Translate. So pie, it's normal, like we have
Pie is
pies.
pie.
But like shepherd, it's a country, right? So from country. So it will be деревенский
Deriviensky pie?
пирог.
Pirog.
Деревенский пирог.
Deriviensky pirog.
You're doing so great. Russia can't
Deriviensky
wait for
pirog.
you.
Yeah, listen, there's no way to translate shepherd's pie to Indian. There's
Really?
no freaking way to do that.
Okay.
Is there any Indians in the chat who can help me to translate shepherd's pie to Hindi?
Shepherd Pie International.
Oh, that's gonna be that's a challenge for any Indians in the chat, I bet. Shepherd's pie to Hindi is gonna be the hardest challenge anyone's ever faced. It's English, not American. That's true.
Thank you, Neil.
It's British. Ooh, you got schooled. Oh wait, you said English. Never mind. I'm stupid. All right, let's go to any other stocks that you guys want me to pull up before Sheepwalla. No, that's not right, dude. Sheepwalla just means shepherds or shepherd. You can't say Sheepwalla pie. That's not true. Like, that's not right, dude. Come on. I failed my Hindi. Yeah, so did I. And that's why I'm in Canada. And then I studied French and I failed that too. I'm actually surprised that they let me through grade 8. So, yay. Thank you for that, Miss, I forgot her name, Reimer. Miss Reimer in grade 8. So thank you for allowing me to graduate grade 8 with the 51 in French. I think she just felt sorry and just let me through, dude.
Wow, we have a lot of Irish people on the chat, yes.
Why am I throwing out orders? I'm trying to type ticker. So here we go. I was wrong. 180 did break through on CEI and it's going higher. My expectations of it getting rejected at 180 was completely false. It looks like it wants to again go back into that yesterday's high, which was, let me actually pull it up over here on TradingView so I get the exact number. CEI. CEI, what was yesterday's high? Yesterday's high was 187. So let's see how it does all the way up to 187 now, maybe even 190 if I see any size on the offer. Currently, I did not. So maybe once the stock goes up higher, we will be able to start seeing size. But my expectation, which was, the stock to get rejected at 180 was wrong, and it's now trading higher. And it held 178 pretty strong for about, what is it? 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Oh yeah, 20 minutes almost with decent volume trading there. So maybe that's going to act as a support. But that's what I thought yesterday too when it broke about 180 and it instantly came back down to 168. So not sure what the stock wants to do, but we have that high of 187.
Have we take a look at HLBZ? Because a lot of people write about that. Meanwhile, we have another member, Tom Martin. Thank you very much, Tom. Welcome to the family. We appreciate your support. Feel like at home and enjoy the community.
You guys are on fire, man. The amount of members and super chats we're getting is actually crazy. So thank you for all the love
Green
and support,
Army.
guys. Yeah, you guys are nasty. Even though the market's red, you guys are the reason that we see green today. So thank you for that. I mean, of course, we have Valeria's
Where's the
shirt.
dance? We didn't give any dances.
We don't do that dance anymore, but you wanted something different, right? We'll change it to something better.
Hip-hop?
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
whatever,
Break dance.
anything better than just the stupid little. The dance is terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
I
created
brought
it.
it
I know.
up. And I'm now addicted.
No.
What can I do?
Oh, see now, I
like
created the
stupid
dance, the
things.
terrible dance, and I'll own up for it. But we need to come up with something better
Okay,
for
we'll
sure.
We'll do.
Yeah. HLBZ making rejection off of that 24 and 25. So I expected that 24 to fail. It went up to 25.78, but then it came back down after that 25.78 through 24 and failed to hold 24 on the bids. So it turned 24 into a resistance, tested 24 as a resistance for the next time, failed that, went back through to 23, failed 23, and then now establishing a bottom, or not a bottom, but some sort of support here at 21, and the VWAP is at 20. So let's see what it does here. If it's able to find support above VWAP, it could very easily get buyers coming in and run the stock back up towards those highs of 25 and upwards. CEI breakout of 2? No way. Right now? Oh, not yet. You made me scared for a second. I was like, no way it's gonna break out of 2 right now with this low volume. Like the stock is not even doing a proper volume for it to do this move, and that's why I'm surprised it's even trading above 180. What is wrong with my keyboard? I think the RGB, the lack of RGB is what's wrong with it. I think every keyboard should have RGB. It increases your productivity level by at least 15%, especially if you have it on that wave pattern. I think it increases 15.99%. So the more RGB, the more productivity level of your keyboard.
Have you heard about DOMA stock?
DOMA. RGB. Red, green, blue lights.
I don't know, man. I honestly think you're kind of crazy and full of it.
The red, green, blue lights
Take
that are going on.
everything says about the keyboard with a grain of salt, man. I've been around a long time.
No. Don't listen to these boomers over here. Okay, if you want a proper keyboard, you gotta go to those RGB lights. These RGB lights add productivity. I have 100 words per minute while Neal has maybe 60, and it's all because of this RGB lights, guys. Probably because of 60. Anyways, what's your stock?
Do they pay you for ad?
No, they don't.
okay.
But Corsair, if you want to pay me for a sponsorship, I'll talk about your keyboards all day, baby.
DOMA. Doma.
Let's go. Neal just went, you don't know how much I type or how good I type. That was funny. Good little entertainment over there. Thank you, Neal, for giving in a cameo. DOMA up 4% today, bouncing off that 760. It went under the pre-market range, but not enough of a trading in pre-market for it to matter. So it went under pre-market range, found support at 760, and trading higher towards what's that, $8, and now trading above $8. So it looks like it wants to go towards VWAP here around 840 on DOMA, but the volume is going to be lower on the move up because we are going into lunchtime with 3 minutes left for me and Miss V over here. I see a lot of Zoom being spammed in the chat, so let's go quickly look towards what Zoom is doing. Zoom is trying to break out over here towards high a day. 284.89 is the current high a day, so 285 break question mark. We see this break right here off the open, that's the pre-market high break. So let's say 280.50 was the break, which was a pre-market high. It goes all the way up to 285, rejects there, comes back down towards VWAP, finds support around 281, which was under VWAP, and trades all the way in the range of 280.250 to 281.50, and then breaks out of that range towards the day's high again. So if another rejection of 285 happens, I'm going to expect that same move back down towards 283, 282. But if that 285 break does take place on this stock, then we could easily go towards 300. Let's look at on the daily over here real quick what the stock is doing. Maybe 300 might not be in range for today, but is a possibility for the coming days. So I see a gap over here on the daily, so maybe the gap retracement or the gap fill play is what's taking place on this stock. There is a hidden rule. It's not set in stone, but it's a hidden rule that once a gap has been made, it usually gets filled, but it's not guaranteed. It's not always guaranteed to happen, right? But it is a strategy that you could use to play. And that is, if it breaks out above 285, you can try to take it all the way to 300. And if it goes back under 285, you get out. And here, as we speak right now, I see a little bit of a tiny volume bump coming into Zoom, causing it to break out of that 285, slightly going up, 11 cents from 285. And now it's really trying its best to hold 285 on the bids, so it can make that run up higher here. Let's see if buyers are going to show their hand and step up to hold that 285 bid and not let it go back down towards 283s, 284s, 282s.
Well, Prad, it's almost 12:30, which means it's time for us, for you and me, to go and eat some shepherd pie. Guys, thank you very much. It was super fun, hour and a half together. Brendan, Arun, and Neal will take over while we are eating shepherd pies. We'll be back at 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. Any last words before lunch, Brad? No? Okay.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back.
Yeah.
I was just gonna get ready to throw over. So we'll be back. She is sexy. She is indeed. But you're about to see the sexy Arun in the next few minutes. So we'll be back after lunch, boys. Thank you for coming. We'll be back at 1.
Hey guys, welcome. About 30 minutes. We'll talk about a few things that are moving around. I want to start things off with Zoom, actually. Trader Prad and Miss V were talking about this Zoom. There was a story actually this morning, guys, that I was just noting here. Proxy advisor ISS opting to vote against their potential takeover of Five9. If you remember, that deal was in the works. So that was out this morning again. ISS opting to vote against Zoom's deal with Five9. So definitely positive on the day. There's this one as well. SPIR had a huge move on huge volume all the way up to 14.5, trying to break back to the downside here. This is one of those recent conversions, guys, but looking a little bit weak here. Still 15% for SPIR. Overall, still negative. Hi, guys.
Yeah, the market's still negative. I'm just going to start things off by saying Trader Prad and the lovely Miss V, who did not punk me and call me a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I mean, like, come on, Prad. Like, yes, I'm still hung up on that, by the way. It's all in good fun. No, it's not, Prad. You're in trouble. I'm just absolutely kidding. I actually wanted to talk about something that Arun and I were just going over, and I got to get to Moderna here for you because we were just having this conversation. And look, we show you winning trades on the show, and we show you mistakes that get made. My executions aren't even going to show up here, so I'll shame myself with this because Moderna in the last couple of sessions has given you. If you're watching the show, I guess yesterday, the morning show, I certainly talked about fading the 445 level on Moderna, and it had everything to do with this cluster breakup. And you know I love this setup. You get a break to a fresh high, you get a rejection, you put a head and shoulders in. When it breaks down, I like shorting that resistance. So I'm absolutely whiff on the trade on Tuesday. There's no trade for this on Wednesday, and then yesterday I do catch it, but there's no follow through, right? So it only gives you like 44, down to 37 or so. Pretty solid trade, but $6 or $7 on a $400 stock it's okay. It's not gigantic. Well, then what happens today, right? Like this is 3 times in a week, and then the day it gives you the biggest follow through on the weakest day in the market, on the most volatile day because it's witching. I don't have that trade, and the lesson here is, if you start out your week and you do all that preparation, like you're going over your charts on Sunday or whatever it is that you do, right? Or on Monday morning, let's say you get an early start, and you have these sort of setups that are good for support and resistance and are going to give you trades, but it might not be there that particular day. Like one thing you should always make sure you do, and I had it on my iPad. I don't even know why I didn't go to this. But you've got to make sure you're capturing these. Put it with stars, slap yourself every time you miss it. Do whatever you have to do to make sure you don't miss out on your A+ setups. Because this is one simple concept that gave 1, 2, and 3 trades in the course of just the 1 week, right? So you want to make sure you're not missing out on your A+ setups because at the end of the day, it's not about having a million ideas. It's about getting paid from the ones that are good. And if you do the same thing over and over again, it works for you. That's absolutely fantastic. But that's me and Moderna being an absolute chump there, guys. And we do have the market still moving into the downside, but they're trying to bounce a little bit. And as they try to bounce, it is worth sort of looking at one of the redonkulous, high flyers, I suppose, that has been a high flyer, and that's that HBLZ. It is starting to come back in here. We're going to give you a chance in just a quick second, Arun, but HLBZ, oh my goodness, HLBZ. You know it's Friday. You know it's Friday when. But this stock is starting to come in. I would be short this, and I talked about this before. We have no locates on this stock. I don't know how hard it is to borrow on the street, but I get the feeling that almost nobody can short this stock. And it feels to me like it would already be under $20 at this particular point. I tried multiple longs in it to muted success. If it does put in a higher low, I'm going to check again, but I'd be surprised if it could get through like 23, 24. If it suddenly becomes available to short and then breaks the high, I think it could have some room because if all of a sudden a bunch of day traders can short this stock and then it takes out the high of the day, you can kind of figure out what's going to happen. But right now, I think most day traders don't have the ability to short HLBZ, and that could be stalling this out a little bit. And then maybe that's why it's holding up at this 20 level, but it has all the signs of dying here.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to go over trades that you miss because sometimes just because you don't get the trade today doesn't mean the trade's over. It just means that you're going to have to be a little bit more patient. Roll the trade. If there's a setup that you're working with, just roll it to another day because if it was good that day and nothing really came of it, doesn't mean the next day it's all forgotten about. If it's still in the same price points and ranges, then you can still work with that same area and see if you can grab a trade. Now, a couple trades, update was CZR, that was Caesar's trade that I had jumped in on the way back down through 210. It's still continuing to go down, so we're still in that one. Everything else has been closed out, and futures broke the bottom. So I ended up in a position on the futures. Obviously, this is out of the money at this point, and this is the thought process on this, right? The first time we took 25, not that big of a deal, wasn't gonna rush into the short. Then we had a 10-point bounce. I'm like, okay, that could potentially be a nice little break trap. And then we came right back down, traded well below there. I'm like, okay, you know what? That short looks much better. So I jumped on the short, and then it snapped right back again. So double trap through the bottom. And what do you do in that situation? Now what I'm thinking is, what's my next move? Because this trade, if this ends up being a loser, most likely will be a loser. I'm going to cut it if it gets above 40. If this ends up being a loser, I'm thinking, well, this will be a really nice long because a trap short twice with a move to the upside would open the door to confirming the massive support point that you're seeing around that 25 area, pretty much from 50 going on down all the way to 25. Now it looks like we're going to have to move that down to 20. So I'm considering the possibility of taking the hit on the short and then going to the long side if we get back above 40. So that's kind of the thought process on this. We're going to wait and see if this market actually is going to maintain this strength. If it does, right now it's down, 0.6%. If it maintains this strength, you might actually have the ability to come back flat on this market. So I am seeing a couple things running at the moment. I'm seeing Zoom. Trader Prad brought that up. Snap as well. I'm noticing Snap is up 3.5%. Pretty much. When I looked at the chart, I was just like, oh, well, if we're paying attention to that, that could have been a nice little trade right above 74. Here it is at 75 now. So Snap is moving. We got Zoom moving to the upside. HLBZ, obviously. BABA is up 2.5% apparently. BABA is one of those stocks which I had looked at early in the morning but never really did anything with. I was looking at BABA when it was trading just above 159.25 and change. I was like, okay, here we are above 25. What can I do with this? If we can trade above this 159, maintain strength, then there could be a long. And then I just kind of let it go because it just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. 3 hours later, here we are at 160, about $1 or so. So if you wanted $1 off the open, well, not off the open, but after it traded well, BABA is moving at 2.5%. Let's see what else I've got. One of the big names for today, guys. The one addition you're getting in the index is Match. Match is an addition, even though it's down 2.5%, down $4 on the day. It is supposed to be an addition at the end of the day. So the rebalance is somewhere close to like 40 million or something amount of shares. So there's a massive amount of shares that's supposed to be done. The question is, has that been oversubscribed? Because if it has, that 40 million may have already been paired and you may actually come to the sell side on Match. But for now, though, that's one of those names that I would keep an eye on just because at the end of the day, there's something that's going to happen with Match. Is it going to be to the upside? Is it going to be to the downside? That all depends on how those rebalances come out. But just keep an eye on Match.
And I'm going to keep an eye on, well, I'm not going to keep an eye on Life. You guys are telling me to look at Life, so I'm going to look at Life. And the best I can say about this is my 15-minute chart here. I did trade this earlier on in the week here, and it was all long above 1150. But the best thing about this chart, like it was a good trade. It was actually a really good trade, this breakout that we had on Life. But I tried it a couple more times. I ended up with essentially the high there at 12. And one of the things I've been mentioning, I'm trying to get better at, is be on both sides of the trade, because just like IPHA today, it's good to have top wick on the long and have an idea what's going to turn around. But the short is likely even better, and the short was better on Life, and the short was better on IPHA here today. Look at the lower high that got put in. This is the breakout that we had around 1150, lower high at the same price. And yesterday you have the same action. So everyone's all excited, and rightfully so. It's a good move off 950, right? Like you have this level here, which is basically barcoding on and then holding, giving you a breakout. It's taken out this 10 1/4. Well, it's trying to take out this 10 1/4 again. It hasn't broken 1050 yet, but on a Friday, like, is this really going to extend past $11? I think it would run into a lot of trouble trying to get through that lower high, especially given the way that this fell, the way that this made this top. I'd be really shocked if it were able to retest this. So I know a lot of traders are going to be looking at this and probably wanting to start short positions in front of 11, not even letting it get to that 1150 level. That's just my 2 cents there. I'd probably wait for closer to 1150 instead of starting it at 11, but I would suspect there'd be traders that are trying to get right out in front of it on a day like today. Brendan?
I just saw this ATR. You remember Terrian popped up last week, end of last week, into the beginning of this week, all the way up to 20. We've come off significantly, obviously, but back at 950 here. 950 big level late in the day yesterday. Support in the pre-market. So it's tested this a couple of times, trying to get back higher, but down again today, 5% for ATER.
Yeah, another name that I'm noticing right now that's moving is Wish. One of Shawn's stocks that he likes to trade quite well. Wish is moving, I'm noticing, straight from 650. It's relatively speaking, right? Because Wish is already one of those stocks that barely moves a whole lot, doesn't move a whole lot, but now here we are through this multi-consolidation range, through the 650, call it 655, 660 area. It is starting to make a move. And the reason I bring this up is because what Neal was talking about with mRNA. It may not be the trade for today, but it does look like it's starting to do something that is of interest that could be used on another day, whether it's coming back into support or whatever the case is. Just keep an eye on this. In terms of action, it's doing something that's of interest. Not sure how you would trade this today, but I am looking at the 650 going, if they can get above 670, that could actually establish quite a decent support level around that 620 even call it 6 even because it's going to be slightly underneath 620. So I would move it to 6 even and see if that's something you can work with, maybe trying to get that long back into the 725 area or so. But Wish is starting to go. It's 3.5% right now, up 22 cents on the day. It's a $6 stock, so it might be setting up for another day, but just be aware that is happening.
You know what I absolutely love about this community? It's like, and I have, Jason, thank you for pointing out Virgin Galactic here at 26. And I have no idea if this is like the last time we were talking about this level that you were just sort of noticing. And when this gap down, and I'm pretty sure on Monday I would have said this. If not, I would have said it last week for sure. But on Monday I probably said, yeah, I like the short of us gapping down and trying to take out those lows at that 24, 23.85 area. But what I really would prefer is playing off of the 26 level. Well, you never got that chance until today. But as it was pointed out, it just turned around at 20. And again, I have no idea, but I actually hope that maybe, Jason, that'd be fantastic if that was, I hope you got this. I mean, I love that 26 level. I wasn't even paying attention to Virgin Galactic, as we just said. Like, we just opened this up talking about if there's ideas that you had. Now, this one was more probably from Monday and then last week on a Friday, so it's not as bad, in my opinion, as me missing out on Moderna, because I actually made the Moderna trade once this week, so I'm missing out on it when I just did it yesterday. It was ridiculous, but Space, this is one from last week, that 26 level. When you find them, sometimes it takes a while to get there, and this was definitely a fantastic level. Someone just typed in the chat, and they're like, I hope Moderna comes back to that level so I can get it. Well, I mean, I was saying this about Virgin Galactic from last week, 26, and it comes back, and I'm not prepared to take it. And I'm not going to compound the error by chasing the stock now, because that's a thing that's going to get you in a heck of a lot of trouble. And oddly enough, it takes discipline, because sometimes you just say, well, I can put a small position on chasing it down a little bit, and if it goes higher, I can just average in and then work out to an average price of 25.9. A lot of times that's not a horrible intention, and you can sometimes do it if the parameters work, but you can also get yourself into a heck of a lot of trouble starting into a position too far away from what your stop is or your resistance or your support. And the next thing you know, you end up with 2, 3, 4, 5x what you intended. If it breaks, you lose. It's all well and good when you win 3 or 4 times what you're supposed to, but try to stick to the structure of your trade. I hate chasing things like this away from your level. It gives you a perfect setup, touching the 26 level, giving you a chop, a retest, and a failure, which gives you an entry right here in this 85 to 90 range. And the best thing about this, perfectly scalable, right? Like, it actually holds up here, allowing you to get into position. Now, you could have been starting it in front of it. That's fine. You could have taken some on this dip. You could have gotten it all. It doesn't really matter like how you choose to execute off of that level. The key thing is you had a plan of action if you knew it, and Jason, clearly you did. However the trade works out, look, man, it might not go to VWAP. Maybe it doesn't come back to 25. Maybe it only goes 20 cents and then breaks out. Either way, as far as I'm concerned, it's a correct decision, right? Like, you've made the trade. It's there. It's a different setup now if it were to retest the high, especially with the market trying to get off the lows. But at the end of the day, I just love when people actually catch these setups as opposed to sleeping on them. One of the I guess it's not a bad thing, because we're exposed to some ideas that sometimes, quite frankly, I wouldn't have been doing on this show, because you guys holler out symbols at us and we're like, oh, that looks fantastic. But one of the costs of that is you might have these setups that you like, and then you'll miss out on it because the focus has been today for me on Asana, which was not as good as the upstart short. Sterling, if you're still around here, you were absolutely right about that. I was like, it's kind of funny because in the morning, sometimes we're on the pre-market, like the show starts at 8:30 in the morning, but we're in the chat even earlier than that. And I think it was Sterling saying he was looking at upstart at 310 or something like that for a short. And I said, no, I like Asana after its move that it's been making on the daily chart, because that was like upstart 275 that day. So it gave you that look off the 120, failed breakout to the upside. I'm able to get into the short here. I hate looking at trades like this off a 1 minute chart. You should look at it from the 15 if it would even load properly here. You should always look at it from a higher time frame if you're going to be holding it all day. But anyways, it's a little bit more structured here if we can show it off the 15-minute chart. But again, it gives you that failed break. You get that perfect little wick. You're in off the short. The only mistake probably is when it retested 120. I could have got more shares in here. I've gotten the first leg out. First resistance, now I'm holding on. Like, sure, could have covered some at 115 probably, but now you're just holding on for dear life. Now, it has been pretty good, and the trend is still to the downside, but I haven't been adding on lower highs because I hate over trading on a witching day. And the other part of it is, at the end of the day, I don't want to force any trades at this particular time, but like I was saying, Sterling absolutely nailed what was a better trade in upstart. And what's weird about it is this setup was from a trade I made on Upstart at 275, and the reason why I thought this was going to be better, because this is the first time I was doing it, Upstart 300 break was gangbusters, and I should probably be showing it as I'm mentioning it to you guys, because I think this could be an interesting one going into the close as well, just because of the sheer volatility it's put in and still on. That's kind of weird. But Upstart was actually more violent. The difference here is you had to be shooting for 310, and then knowing that that's going to be your level. Like, it's not like it was the top end break, which is just a pre-market high. It fails through that obvious price, and then you can catch it down here. No, like, you had to let this really travel, have an idea where you wanted to turn and try and catch the top. Basically the same type of chart, but it's a fantastic move. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, shit on a $15 trade. That's a fantastic move there. It's actually coming back to the upside. The reason I bring it up, because I really do think Upstart going into the close could be a big one in the last end of the day. Brendan?
I was just looking at this work sport again, guys. Another one to kind of keep in your back pocket here for the afternoon. WKSP. We mentioned it right at the end of the morning, I think, when it was breaking above that high. But we came down, tested 8, trying to get back to day highs here for WKSP as well.
Another stock that's moving, I noticed, Brendan, is FORG, Forge, up 20%, up $6, spiked pretty much from 40 to let's say 44 and a half and change in the last little bit there. And not too long ago, it's in less than an hour now, we've made that sharp move because we were consolidating around 40, and here we are just coming off that 44. Just keep an eye on that one. That one's actually moving as well. D-Money, I saw your question. Well, it wasn't a question, it was a suggestion. And I'm like, it makes sense. You know, for anyone who's new, who hasn't heard me explain the rebalance side of things from the morning show, I'm just going to go ahead and do it again very quickly. Just be aware that for anyone who's hearing quad witching for the first time or any sort of witching language for the first time, it just means that there's going to be added volatility because there's some expirations happening in some derivative products like options and futures. So that's bringing in more volatility anyways. And then on top of that, you're going to have rebalances. So you're having some indexes make different allocations or just adjustments to their allocations in their portfolios. So they're buying some stocks, selling other ones, and they're just changing the makeup there. So that brings more volatility on top of the witching side of things. So just be aware that all this really means at the end of the day is that at 350 every day, there's an imbalance that comes out that tells you how much needs to be done in the on-close order side of things at the end of the day. In today's case, it just means that those imbalances will be bigger, meaning they will move those stocks further and more aggressively, and they're going to be much larger because there's a lot more interest. Like I said, portfolios need to be adjusted slightly. S&P is going to make allocations, or they're going to make allocation adjustments, and then you have the expirations of the options and what that brings as well in terms of stocks. So just be aware that it just means more volatility and aggression towards the end of the day, specifically the final 10 minutes, because that's when the imbalances come out. 350 in North America, well, in the US markets, it's gonna be at 350. And then from there going on to the end of the day, you're gonna get some, every 5 minutes pretty much is almost like a volatility event. At 350, you're gonna get the first batch, and then the 355, when you get the update from the floor, that's your second batch. And then obviously right at the end of the day with the final 1 minute to 30 seconds being quite aggressive as well. It just means volatility. If you're not trading to that side of it, if you're not taking it that far into the end of the day, it shouldn't really affect you too much. So just be aware that that is happening. That is what everyone's talking about. For most people, well, for guys on the floor, for our type of trading, we are going to be trading right into the end of the day. For most people, I doubt that we'll take anything into the close, or will take on-close orders or anything like that. So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Just be aware, though. It's just one of those things. That's the hot topic right now because of the day. It happens once every quarter. Today's September, so it is going to be for the third quarter. And the next one will be in December. So every 3 months, you get this event. And it just means more volatility, more movement right at the end of the day, and some at the beginning as well.
Yeah, 100%. And it's worth noting, like, this is, like you said, quarterly. It's June, which is semi-annual, and then December, which is the annual one. Those are actually even bigger. Like, you get the June and December are the two biggest, obviously, because semi-annual and annual is bigger than just quarterly. I want to get to Lucid, and thank you guys for bringing this one up, because not all moves are created alike. Somebody really likes the lower highs being put in by Lucid. Now, this has been an obviously strong stock throughout today in the last few sessions, but on volume, a bit of a dip into VWAP. So it's going to catch my radar here because, I don't think this is actually going to be on the imbalance locator. And every now and then, if you hear me or put in the chat, I'm like, and give a number at an expected imbalance. I'm not saying that these have to come out as like when I said Tesla is the second largest expected buy imbalance. It doesn't mean it has to come out of buy. It doesn't mean it's going to the high of the day, but just to give you guys some context, because I saw some people talking about Tesla, so I'm like, yeah, you think you're bullish on it? By the way, it is supposed to be about $5 billion to buy at the close, but this Lucid on volume starting to drop in here and looks pretty interesting, especially the last few sessions it's put in. Interesting top being made. Brendan?
Matter report just popping up, guys. MTTR, Wed Bush with a price target increase on this today, but nice looking chart here. Big volume spike just came in there at day highs. 2250, maybe some stops got hit there, guys, at 2250. All-time highs for MTTR.
Yeah, so going back to the imbalances, when Neal says that, it's expected, Tesla is supposed to be the second biggest buy, that is the expectation. But the problem is, you'll see, I'll pull up our imbalance locator. These numbers aren't live just because this was for the open. They've stopped feeding since 9:30, so these numbers aren't live. But this is what it looked like going into the open. You'll see that the size portion or the size column shows you the imbalance, but the pair value is how much of that has been, how much has already been offset. So you add the two columns together and you get the imbalance. That's the total size of the imbalance. Now, if Tesla is supposed to be a buy-side imbalance of X amount of shares, and people know this, and they're already sending in on-close orders to help offset that, because they think it's going to push the price up, so they want to take the ending price, which they think is higher, so they're going to send a sell order to get out of their purchase price or their purchases, which is affecting the size of these imbalances. So the buy side is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller as the stock goes up and getting more and more pressure from these buyers that want to buy now and sell at the close. Problem with that is when it gets to a point where there's too many sell orders, then the buy side imbalance, it's going to change directions. And when that changes, the stock goes from going up to going down very quickly. And the problem with that is that can happen before the numbers even come out. So even though you're expecting it to be a buy, if there's that kind of oversubscription before the imbalance even comes out, the imbalance might come out to the sell side, even though it's supposed to be this big buy that's supposed to be the second biggest and all this other stuff. So just be aware, just because it's supposed to do something at the specific time doesn't mean it's going to, because everyone's seeing this and everyone's thinking, oh, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. And now look what happens when everyone does the same thing at the same time. You flip the direction and it might come out a sell. And there's so many complexities to it, but that's just a basic general version of how things may go with these imbalances going from buys to sells and what pair value means and things like that. So you'll see a lot of this happen, especially when you see us on the closing show. I'll go through this, but you're going to see a lot of this happen, especially at 350. Well, at 350, you're going to see the initial push, and then around 355, you're going to see that turn, and then around 359, there might be a lot of turns in a lot of stocks because everyone's trying to get their orders in, and it's offsetting these imbalances and flipping the directions.
Absolutely. We have a couple of minutes to go before we bring Trader Prad and Ms. V back on. And I want to get to first LVS. I know someone asked about that. I just want to quickly comment that there was a seller at the beginning of the week, I guess it was on Tuesday actually, that we were jumping in front of at 37.80, just in front of 38, and was pretty good into VWAP a couple times. It eventually took out 38, then spent the afternoon, or at least the end of the day here, making a top just above that. And it's interesting because essentially you're breaking that same level here today. And I know it's broken 38 and you're looking for that upside, but this is the exact same place that it's stalled out. And I'm kind of looking at it here and saying, okay, well, 38.20 held before, 38.20 has to hold here. And then you have this level right up to 38.75. So I don't know if the break is on in LVS, and that it looks fantastic on the daily chart for an opportunity. I know, obviously, I've been saying all week, let things settle down when it comes to the casino names, or look over at something like a Caesars, which we talked about today, which is a better long-term. It's just they don't have the same, they don't have the exposure to Macau, which is going to hurt these other names. But let this news settle down. Make sure there isn't something that comes out next week, which brings the stock down even further. And then just coming back into, I guess, a related name will be Alibaba. Because there was a question, I think it was Dan McIsaac there. Thank you for asking about Baba. Disclosure first, I bought 162 thinking it was the bottom off the lower high. Didn't take anything out when it gave you 10% because if I can shoot back far enough here, I've been waiting for it to actually test this 150 all the way down to the 130 support, and just figuring, okay, well, it's come this far, it's been chopped in half, we've got multiple headlines to the downside. If you're looking to make the bet on a valuation play that eventually the regulatory risks are gonna subside, and then fundamentals are gonna take over, I've already sort of made that bet. It's now double bottomed here. So for me to say, oh yeah, you should like it here at 160, well, I already made that play the first time it came down here, and I'm just kind of hanging on, not for retirement, I mean, just be reasonable about it. I mean, I'm hanging on here for the shot play for long-term in Alibaba myself, and I don't want to see it get to 130, but I'll be put to a decision if it does ever crack that 130 level. I think at a minimum, I would take half of it out if I felt like being stubborn, if not just have the entire thing for that stop at 130 or just below it. So that's my 2 cents on Alibaba. Clearly, everyone that's been saying, like almost everyone I know, the value that's in this company and some others, to this point, that trade has just been wrong. Obviously, you can see that. I would suggest JD. At least if you're sort of picking and choosing between these names here, JD has had a better. Gimme always gets. I don't know my manners yet. JD does give you a better looking chart, at least, in that it has gotten off the bottom. It has shown signs of breaking out. And if you'd played this off the double bottom, well, you're now sitting in the money. So, like, I picked wrong in picking Alibaba, because I always just think of Alibaba and compare it to Amazon, and I love the valuation comparison there. But JD has shown signs of breaking out, and if you wanted something which probably has more risk but has shown you more strength, then yeah, then this is probably a name which clearly the market seems to like a heck of a lot better than Alibaba. I'm not saying I'm going to be buying it or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it is worth looking at that comparison. Baba, I feel like so many people have piled into it. It's just under so much pressure because people have the paper hands, and it continues to get sold off. So JD somehow has managed to hold the bounce so ridiculously well, and Baba is right back at that same support level. Meanwhile, you have a 25% recovery in JD.com.
Yeah, Neil, what's interesting is actually I just was looking through what kind of adjustments are being made in terms of rebalance and information. You were trading Bros earlier today. Bros, it was just going absolutely insane, right? And then I looked at the rebalance information, and Brown and Brown, BRO, actually is the fourth largest, what I'm seeing here, fourth largest adjustment in the S&P, going up from the S&P 400 to the S&P 500. So Bros are going to be, Bros and Bro are both quite active today, and I imagine Bro is going to be taking over for the latter half of the session and moving around because it is going from the 400 to the 500. So there's an, I guess an up, what do you call that, migration, upgrade? It's a change anyways, from the S&P 400 to the 500. Final look at the futures before we hand it back off to the Trader Prad and MSV. Again, I've got that short, we're still waiting. I'm looking to flip this if we get to 40, if we get above 40. That's where my break point is on this short. For now, it's out of the money, but again, things take time, especially in this market. I'm okay with it, but if I need to flip it, I will flip it. But for now, it's going to be a 15-point risk, short below 44.25 and change, and we're going to look at 40 as a stop, and we'll see how this trades out going into the end of the day. We still got what time is it? 1 o'clock. We still got about 2 hours before things start to pick up, and then obviously at 3:30 going onward, you're going to see some activity really get going. For now, though, we are going to just sit in a holding pattern, nothing new. I've got that one long in Caesars, and I've got that one short in the futures, and that's it. Nothing new. I'm not going to add anything else.
Yeah, and I'll get, just before we get out of here, last thing, Judah, I was trying to answer that question here. I'm backing off of Moderna because, like you said, it's expected buy and bounce, and we mentioned it could mean absolutely anything. And I know it just absolutely tanked here, but a mistrade is a mistrade. There was a headline on BioNTech there because they're absolutely getting crushed, and you're going to see most of the vaccine names got smashed into the downside. I wouldn't change anything except for the fact that maybe there's going to be a quick scalp trade if this thing gets back to this low at like 424, 425. But I'd be going tight stops on any short I made in Moderna in the afternoon would be tight stops just because of the nature of that imbalance. And it's the same thing with Asana. Like on a day like today, I kind of want to be trimming positions and not going too crazy in the afternoon. So if a stock wants to come all the way back to an entry point, like let's imagine you shorted this breakdown and you're holding on to Moderna, like I wouldn't get stubborn with it around 425, and I won't get stubborn with Asana want back up here around 119. So I'm not going to keep going back to the well over and over again when we expect some fireworks in the afternoon. So with that all said, you guys are going back into better hands, or more attractive hands, at least from
Not
me,
our
anyways.
hands. Not our
But
hands.
I will say this, Prad. I have not forgotten that you called me a boomer. And with that, you guys are going back to Trader Prad and Miss V.
And his fancy keyboard.
Yo, Zoomers are back.
Exactly. They're just jealous, guys. It's okay. You know, we still love you guys. What's up with you?
Look, just Prats. Oh my gosh, Lucas was
I might
running
have
so
touched
fast,
it.
got scared me.
Yeah, my mic was off because I was moving the mic closer to my face, so I might have touched the on interface off button by mistake.
With
so,
your beard.
and they're making fun of me now about my fancy keyboard. You know what? They're just jealous about not having RGB on their keyboard. So it's okay, guys. I'll buy you one once I smash a good trade today. So don't worry about it. I'm not even trying to be funny.
It's a
it
beef
just sounds like
here.
he's just jealous even more.
It's a beef.
No, Arun's just trying to be a good sport here, but looks like I don't know. Anyways, let's go back to trading here. Haters gonna hate, damn right. Take a
Absolutely.
sip of my nice tea here. Oh, okay, that feels
Made
good.
not by me though. Independent Prad.
Zoom here, breaking out of that 285 and actually holding 285. So good job for Zoom over here. I'm gonna expect it to go see 300 in the coming, maybe even into the close if there is a buy imbalance. I didn't see what Zoom's imbalance would be, or not imbalance. I didn't see what the rebalance numbers for Zoom are, if it's a buy or a sell. But with this move right now that's happening, I would for sure maybe expect a buy and a run toward 300 maybe into the power hour from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So not sure what happens on that, but we'll see if that plays out as I think it will. For Zoom, Palantir to the moon. Palantir is still making crazy moves, huh? All right, Palantir is running back to 29 here. So Palantir is also a big buy, I believe, on the rebalance today. So clearly playing out like it is, like it should exactly. Going back to 29 here, finding support at 28, and let's see if it's able to break above 29 successfully this time and trade higher than the day's high, which is 29.20. What is RGB? It's just a stupid. It's the color patterns, or it's just it's the fact that you have colors, lights in your keyboard. That's just RGB. The lighting on it. That's it. Doesn't mean anything. You know, it's just. It's a joke that all the new keyboards these days, especially the gaming keyboards, not just keyboards, almost everything gaming comes with RGB, and there's so much RGB just thrown in your face. So it's just kind of become a joke that, chroma keys, yeah, exactly. Without that, it's like you're not a gamer if you don't have RGB keyboard or whatever. So that was the joke behind it. Means you got money. No, you can get RGB keyboard for cheap, man. Weed is good. Any weed stocks that you guys are looking at? Let's go look at Tilray. I haven't checked out Tilray in ever. Maybe Sundial. Tilray, 7 million shares traded. So people are still, trading the stock on a day-to-day basis. But it's in yesterday's range. Stock doing absolutely nothing. Off the open, went sideways, but then went down a bit and then came back immediately to the pre-market range. So weed stocks doing nothing. One thing that I heard Shawn say yesterday, actually, when Gus was here, I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, was a very valuable point. We've heard the government say in America that they're going to legalize weed, but ever since getting into that position, they've never once talked about it. So that's a good point, for those of you who are thinking about the whole weed play and the legalization play, like where is it, right? Where is the play? What is happening and what's going on around it? No one knows anymore. It's just a complete they never exactly. So it's just like unknown at the moment. CRVS. Yeah, let's go back to CRVS here. Wow, yeah, breaking through to new high, trying to make new high. Actually, yeah, we're making new high there right now as we speak. The volume is picking back up after lunchtime, so it looks like the buyers are coming back in here, running up the stock higher, up 107% for the day with 143 million shares traded so far. 4.75 is the new high a day. Let's see if we can go all the way to $5 for the stock. CRVS new high a day up 100% now. Yes, sir, indeed, it is up 100%. Let's see if we can go up to 5. Also buy dips on X. It's been Zoom still going crazy. Let's see, Zoom making a little bit of a test around 286. It made a breakout of 14 cents out of 286, but right now the bid is under 286 and the offer is above 286. So not sure what the stock wants to do here. Maybe it wants to hold 286 on the bid and make another leg up towards 287, 288, 289, and that 300.
Hey Prad, someone in the chat wrote Valeriia with her fancy shorts. I think it was sarcastic because guys here went short on Tesla. Tesla broke VWAP to the upside. Great job, Tesla. I'm keep holding. I still can afford myself to take those losses according to my risk management at 758.99. I'm out. Anyways, I'll hope that it will go maybe a little bit more down, so at least I can minimize my losses. But yes, looks like Tesla back to the positive territory, Prad.
Yeah, indeed. As long as you know where your out is, Valeriia, that's completely fine. Don't get swayed by anyone's decisions but your own. You are responsible for your trades, and that goes for everyone, right? So you can always listen to people on Twitter and so on, but at the end of the day, you are responsible for your trades because you are the one executing it and you're the one making the decision of buying or selling the trade. Your psychology is also a big factor. I just wanted to take a look at CEI here. So CEI did go up to about 184 and came back down under 180 and now trading under 180. So let's see if it has another leg up to go make that new high at around 190 after it breaks out over here. But my expectation based on what happened yesterday and again what happened right now is 180 to 187, 185 ish should be held up as a resistance. And the stock should come back lower here and trade in this 170s range. We do see an inverse gateway, so that guy is he's a big boy. He's paying to get the fills over here. Either he's selling his shares, or he's either someone long selling his shares or someone short. Either way, they really want the fill really bad, and they don't want to wait on a liquid gateway. They want to pay on a gateway where they want to be on a gateway which would cost them a lot more than normal to take that fill. So that's a sophisticated trader right there. So let's see what happens on this. We do see shares going off on 79 more than on 78 and on mid prints. So it looks like buyers are hitting him and he's still there taking all the fills that he can get. Fancy with the 3K laptop. Oh boy, 3K laptop.
Reach.
What do you have in there? Like a 10, what's it called? The 360, the latest 360? 3K laptop, that's crazy. Backlight laptop, yes sir. There we go. There my RGB people at UROY. Thanks for covering HLBZ earlier. I apologize for spamming in chat. My question was getting missed out. No worries. Thank you for becoming a 3 months in a row member, man. That's crazy. Good. Thank you for coming back 3 months in a row, and always feel free to post questions in the chat. If we do miss it, that's we apologize, and you don't have to thank us for covering it. It's our job. UROY over here, you know, lack of volume under VWAP. So it's probably going to keep testing VWAP as a resistance unless, you know, volume does show up and make it run higher. The stock is on SSR, and that happens when a stock trades more than 10% to the downside. And what that means is you can't short the stock by just smashing the bids. You have to wait till you get picked up on the offers. Oh my God, I'm on my way to 2 years. Wow, Marlon, 2 years. So you've been here for the whole time almost that we've been live on YouTube. So that's crazy. 2 years, long running relationship. Miss V, Prad is the Justin Bieber of your office.
No, you're nav of our office.
I'm the nav of the office. I'm the Prad of the office. You know, I'll like to be myself, so I'll just be me.
Fair enough. And there is only one Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's too pretty for me anyway.
And only one Prad. No, you're pretty too, just different like types, you know. But both of you are handsome.
Thank you, Valeriia. What do I think about SDC? Yeah, let's pull up SDC. It's doing what I intended it to do earlier, but it's just doing it now. So earlier I called out that SDC might trade around VWAP between $7 and $6.70, but it went down all the way down to the pre-market lows, which is around $6.40, and then came back up towards VWAP, and now it's sideways trading around VWAP. What we need the stock to do is trade above $7 and hold $7 for a future move upside. But for the time being, you know, the stock is being rejected by $7 for today at least. ATER, the shorts are getting it. All right, let's see. ATER currently down 1% for the day. It is on short sale restriction from yesterday. So let's see if it's able to trade above 10 or even 10.15/10.10, which was the high right off the open. And right now it's under 10 slightly. But the breakout above VWAP and the holding of 970 and the trading above 980 right here could give it that move above 10 if volume presents itself. But right now, a lot of you know, lack of volume and on short still restrictions. So I don't know if shorts are actually getting burnt, as you put it. You know, I don't think the shorts are getting it because the shorts are clearly in the money right now if you think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't say that the shorts are getting it in any way. Great. Now I have to play music. Thanks for that. What music are we talking about? How does that work? AZN not moving at all. All right. Well, okay. Why am I pulling up AZN then? Prad, this mRNA is going insane. mRNA is now on my, you know, shit list. I don't trade the stock anymore because every time I touch it, I lose. It's equivalent to Roku now for me. So Roku and mRNA are both on my bad list. And actually, I have a deal going on with my risk manager, Greg, is if he sees any position, even 10 shares position on mRNA, he flattens it for me because I don't want to be trading the stock anymore. So that's the type of deal that me and my floor manager have going on this stock. But that doesn't mean that you know, I won't talk about it for you guys. I'll pull it up. The stock is now trading about 10 million shares, about 11 million shares for the day. It's going up and down like crazy. Yeah, and it takes my money like crazy all the time too. So it's on my shit list. Roku is on my list as well. Okay. But yeah, you know, it's just the fact of knowing what stock pays you and what setups pay you and what stocks don't pay you. Anyways, mRNA 420 was, I think, a level, if I remember, for a long time. If I remember, 420 was a level for a long time. So now we're back at that same price right here around 420. Let's see what it wants to do, if it wants to hold it on the bids or if it wants to go lower than that. But you know, it already went lower than that, forming a bottom of 406 and then bouncing all the way back to 420. So maybe we hold it on the bid and make a run back up towards this range over here, or it just fails that and we go back towards 400. My long-term outlook on mRNA is for sure bearish. This stock is absolutely crazy where it is right now. You know, Shawn has mentioned that there is no money in the vaccine business, so I don't understand why the stock is where it is. And I'm sure a lot of people are just waiting for that moment when mRNA starts, literally dying, for the lack of a better word, and to just pile in on the short. So with that type of mentality going on behind the stock, just people just waiting for the stock to die, I don't know who's buying the stock at these price points, and why they're buying it at these price points, and what their reasoning is, right? So it's just a lot of questions in my mind as to mRNA's true value as a stock price. But a lot of people can say that about Tesla and everything too. But look at Tesla. mRNA has cancer and other treatments beside vaccine. I get that, but I still don't think it deserves to be where it wants to. But that saying, which is, what is it called? Something along the words of the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Like, it doesn't care about what your theory is. It doesn't care about what your thesis is. It's just going to do what it wants to. And that is the answer right here that we're seeing, right? Even GME, for example, I have a lot of negative opinions on GME, but I'm still an ape when it comes down to it at the end of the day. So on GME, I don't see GME lasting very long if they only plan on selling video games, because look at what video game business is going to. It's all Steam and Epic Games and download digitals, and consoles for me are dead. I haven't bought a console forever. So why does GME belong above 200? I wouldn't say it belongs above 200, but as long as GME closes above 200, I'm happy, because I get to sit here and make ape noises for you guys, and we get to all be entertained, and hopefully people are making money on that moves. So I'm always happy when that happens. But if you want my true honest opinion on GME and an mRNA, I would have to be bearish on the idea. Prad, do you play Warzone? I used to, but not anymore. I have a few consoles. Yeah, let's go look at a different stock now. mRNA in the 90s. Wow. Yeah, so that's a great buy, man. In the 90s. Well, look at that. Are you not entertained? Yeah. Are you not entertained? I feel like the gladiator in the movie right now just by saying that. That would be super fun. Valeriia, what are you talking about?
About what?
I don't know. I just thought that would be super fun.
Said that, like, is there going to be any Day Trade the World meeting with all our viewers and us after COVID? But yeah, after COVID, if there is after COVID anytime soon, it would be so fun to meet with you guys. We would absolutely be down to make something like this.
After COVID, you guys should hit up the Grill Master Shawn to host a barbecue for all the viewers in Toronto.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Grill Master Shawn.
I think or even join the studio.
In the studio?
Grilling good.
No, outside. We can do it outside somewhere. mRNA here actually breaking out of that 420 as I thought it would, holding that 420 as a support and going up higher here. Now we're trading above 421. So let's see if it can go all the way back to 424, which is where VWAP is. But, I would expect the stock to, if it goes back there, just trade sideways from here on, or get rejected and come violently back towards 420. And if it fails 420, it's going back all the way down to 406 is my opinion on it. But let's see how it trades above here for the time being. Party at Grillmaster Shawn's house after COVID. Let's check in with him before we all just show up at his house.
Let's just come on now. It's his birthday, right?
Yeah.
Like, happy birthday.
Let's go drop by his cottage and annoy the heck out of him.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Prad, can we take a look at Palantir, because someone's asking if we see any good short opportunities on Palantir.
So. Short opportunities today, be very careful, right? There, like I said, quadruple witching and with the rebalance trade that's going on, there is a very, very high possibility that the stock that you are planning to short has a buy imbalance, or the stock that you are planning to buy has a short imbalance. Palantir for I think has, let me just check right now for you guys really quick as I'm talking to you. So Palantir should have a pretty decent buy imbalance for today, and it is. So it is about $1 billion notional value buy imbalance into the close. So with that type of numbers being thrown out for today, I would not try to short the stock at any point, and that is exactly why I didn't bother shorting it at 29. Even though you guys know me, I would have taken that short if it wasn't, you know, today. If today wasn't quadruple witching or whatever, I would have taken that short. I would have taken the short back here. But you know, you just have to keep in mind that if you do want to play something like this short, while the imbalance for Palantir is supposed to be $1 billion to the top side, you gotta know exactly when to get out and get out at that point and not hold it longer than that. So you know, it's you got to figure that out on your own of where that out is for you in case that imbalance kicks in and the stock just starts booming up to the top side.
Thank you, Prad.
Please, what? Can I check Asana? Oh, okay. ASNA? Asana ASNA on New York? Nope. What is Asana's ticker again?
Oh, let me check.
ASAN. Why is it not ASNA? They messed up by not taking that ticker. Or there's no ticker on NASDAQ or New York with that. Okay. Asana ASAN over here. Let's see. 3 million shares trading around VWAP, and it's in yesterday's range kind of, so not really doing a whole lot today with 3 million shares traded, bouncing off that 115 and trading around VWAP, which is around 118 at the moment. So you know, let's look at it on the dailies here. Let me pull up ASAN. What's all-time high on this stock? So this is around all-time high area, which is what, 121.38. Was that established today? 121.38 it is. So today was the all-time high established right off the open, and then it made the downward move after that. So you know, let's see if it can hold this 118 area to make that run back up for the stock.
Hey, Prad, on the red day, plug power actually doing great. It's up more than 4%. Can we take a look at plug?
For sure.
Thank you.
Let's go take a look at plug here. 10 million shares traded on plug today, going up higher as we speak right now. It's trading around 26. We got a 3-cent breakout above 26, and then we went back under. So let's see if that was a fail break and that was a rejection of 26, or if that's just a minor test and we're gonna go back through 26 here once volume shows up over here around 25.90. So look at the shares that were traded here in this range from 26 till 25.7 or 25.80. So I'm gonna expect it to come back and trade a little bit more here, and then once the volume comes out, we can maybe get that breakout above 26. Not sure what the imbalance on this bad boy will be today. Let's have Trader TV Fest in Vegas. Only 4 hours drive through desert for me. Oh, it's gonna be a 15-hour or more drive for us though. So yeah.
Have you ever been in Vegas?
No, I'm not.
I would love to. How they say what happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Yeah.
Yeah, I will go to Vegas.
But that's said for a reason. That's probably not a reason that you should tell the chat, because the chat's just gonna take advantage of it and start trolling us. So.
No, I just heard it in the movie.
Yeah, I
Sounds
know.
fun.
A lot of movies say it. They actually, I think they have it somewhere outside of the Vegas. Like they have a sign, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. No, maybe not.
Maybe our USA viewers will explain to us. Please don't troll.
Yeah.
But
let's just go back to you and our face real quick, because there we go.
Komish joined our trading family. Welcome to the green side. We appreciate your support a lot. We hope you have a great day, and just simply thank you. And guys, again, I remind you, if you didn't like this video, please make sure you did this, because we are trying to improve our YouTube algorithm. So as more likes we have, as more subscribers we have, more people can find us in search, and we can grow our trading community. So please like, subscribe, share, and just be happy. Back to you,
Prad,
Prad.
can you set up those keys on the far left with P Pro? Yeah, I mean those are just macro keys, so I can do you can do anything with those keys as long as you know you P Pro is a great software because you know it makes you use your hotkeys, and when you have hotkeys programmed into your keyboard, I don't know if Thinkorswim has that capability or you know other brokers do. It allows me to use multiple gateways and just get in and out. And all these keys on the left side they're just simple macro keys, so I could program them to do anything basically. And if I want them to be a buy key or a sell key, I can. But I find it easier to have my buys and my sells on the F1 to F10 keys. So you know everyone has their own system. For me, it's my F1 to F10 keys. Gold hit a lower low. Does that mean Palantir is going to go lower here now? Because Palantir is heavily loaded on gold now. So look at that. Palantir did get rejected off 29 and coming down. I'm not going to say it's following gold or anything, but that was just a guess in my mind that, you know, if gold is coming down, let's see if it's going to move Palantir in any direction. And Palantir did get rejected here off that 29. Can you check the imbalance for plug power? I don't think I have that information readily available, Julianne, sorry. DJ Airhorn Hockey. We don't have emotes anymore, so I'm just gonna have to, you know, do it with my voice over here.
Prad, here is the super chat addressed to me. Mitchell Williams says, Miss V, you're wearing green, but I'm down 10,000 this week. What's up with that, lol? Well, Mitchell, I'm very sorry. Now I will concentrate all my green energy and send it straight to you.
I need some.
Well, send me super chat.
Wow. You guys see this?
No, everyone.
You guys see this?
Everyone who sits near me, like in 500 meters, they get my green energy.
I gotta go closer to her, guys.
Okay. So Mitchell, I really hope you go back to positive territory. I wish you all the luck and sending you that green positivity.
Thank you, Valeriia, for spreading the love and luck to all of our viewers out there. And thank you for the super chat. We wish you all the best. Proud about the super chat for the green energy. Check ATER. Let's go check out ATER for sure. So ATER. Oh, I'm back. Come on, chart. Ooh, okay. ATER breaking out over here off the previous day's high around 10.11 and now going higher, currently establishing the high at 10.42 with volume. So look at the volume coming in. I get hiccups every time I drink tea and I hate it. This is why I don't drink tea, but it helped my throat, you know. It's not hurting as much anymore and I actually feel good. So the tea helped, but I just hate how it gives me hiccups every time.
It's tea o'clock and like o'clock. Is it still a thing in Britain, like tea o'clock?
Yeah,
do people really like when
tea
it's
and
tea
crumpets,
o'clock?
mate. Tea and crumpets, tea and biscuit.
Or it was like your fake British accent?
You want tea and crumpets, mate?
London.
I'm from Britain, London, yeah.
Okay, I better keep my Russian accent. You better keep your Indian accent.
All right, mate. Let's get back into the market. The market right now is going up, yeah. Market breaking out of the 1020, yeah, and going higher and higher, yeah. Okay, I'm done. And right now it's making a little bit of rejection off that 1042. Let's see if it's able to find buyers over this previous high around 1011 or even around 10 flat. If it does so, it'll be great. For ATER for today at least. Made is Australian. Hey, I tried. Okay, I tried. All right.
You did a great job counting. You have your throat issues for the whole day.
Yeah.
You like killed that British accent.
Thank you, beautiful.
That's because of tea.
Yes, the tea is helping a lot, honestly. Do a southern accent next? Oh no, I'm just asking to get canceled if I do that. No more accents for at least a couple of days here, or I'm just asking to get canceled. Shrimp on the barbie, mate. I wish my buddy Scott was listening. He'd die laughing right now if I said that. Let's look at BLI. ATER coming back here. Let's go look at quickly at BLI. BLI on NASDAQ. Why won't I look at OPAD? Oh, I'll look at OPAD. That's my first time, honestly, seeing OPAD today. I'm sorry. I usually try to. The chat's moving so quick that I may have missed it. Prad, what's your at? It's at Trader Prad. So BLI here with the 4.6 million shares traded, low volume right now after lunch. So maybe volume will pick back up and make it go higher from the pre-market high that it established around 25.80. But right now it's trying to see what it can do near 25.50. Maybe it's a resistance, maybe it's a support, unknown yet. But it's gonna see what it wants to trade here. Didn't mean it that way. No, you're good. You're good. I just felt bad that you may have felt ignored. But let's pull it up right now. OPAD for you on New York, no Nasdaq. OPAD on New York. So let's see what OPAD on New York is doing. Going lower here, down 35%. Wow, that's a drastic down move. I guess based off what it did yesterday, right? So yesterday we had a bunch of halters on this move up on OPAD. It went all the way up to 23. Today it opened on the pre-market area at 19. So it closed around 20.30, and then in pre-market opened up at 18.30, went up to even test 19 multiple times in pre-market, failed, tested it tested 18 in open or during open or during market hours, I should say, failed that, and just downwards from there. So what I see on the daily right here is the 11.60, 11.50, or even $12 is the area where it's gonna probably go reside in before, if it has any move to the top side, it's gonna first go reside in this range for to test. Is what I should say, not reside. It's going to go test 10, 11, and $12, I believe, before it gets any chance to run back up to the top.
All right, Prad, Valeriia, the shorter update. Tesla broke VWAP to the downside. Here's my short trade. I will wait. Hopefully, I'll minimize my losses at least. It would be really nice if I get back to the positive territory for myself and to the negative for Tesla. But let's see. Meanwhile, we've got a super chat from Kevin Sanchez. Check gold ticker. Thanks. Can we do this, Brad?
I don't think we can.
Gold? Oh, it's not a stock gold. It's like actual gold?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I can. It's on New York. Okay. If it's an actual ticker on New York, I can. I thought it was. You're talking about like the commodity or whatever. Okay, so it is a ticker on New York. It is down about 1%. 10 million shares traded today. It looks like it tried to hold VWAP quite a bit. It tried to make it a support, tried to make it a resistance multiple times throughout the day, and now it's trending lower after doing so. This looks like a head and shoulders to me right off the rip in the hip language a little bit. Right off the rip, it looks like a head and shoulders to me, and that's probably why it's going lower. Let's see if it can keep going lower and break the support. Oh, that kind of scared, it messed my head up. I'm like, what's going on?
When Neal starts speaking?
Yeah, when Neal starts speaking. Yeah, so maybe you guys can hear that, and if you guys can, let us know. We'll start adding a gate to this mic so that can cut out, because I don't think the gate's probably not properly enabled over here for this, and you guys should not be able to hear that.
But maybe it will be interesting for someone. So guys, every day after our 3 p.m. show, we post trade of the day, and basically Neal recording his trade of the day right now, and sneak peek, it's gonna be on IPHA. So stay tuned, and right after our 3 p.m. show will be trade of the day.
So Valeriia giving out a little bit of the behind the scenes over there. IPHA will be talked about trade of the day. So be sure at 3 or 4?
At 4 after.
After 4. Okay. So at 3 o'clock they go back on the show, and 4 o'clock they post the video, the educational content for you guys. And there will be another one on Saturday, another one on Sunday. Am I right? Is there going to be educational on Saturday and Sunday?
Absolutely. We post educational videos every weekend, guys.
Okay, yeah.
And we post trade of the day every day at 4 p.m. Eastern. So it's really in your interest to subscribe to our channel, because when we post that golden content, you receive notifications. So if I were you, I would absolutely subscribe. But I'm already a subscriber, so.
So I see Conchas, K4NCHAS, Conchas. Conscious.
Great.
Valeriia is just dying for me over here. Anyways, Concha's is calling out how IPHA is not on Robinhood, and my guess for that is because it's a French ADA. It means it's a stock that's listed in France, and it's also interlisted now in America. It's like Baba, for example, and the reason why I'm a loser on the stock today is solely because of that French ADA rule. Nobody knew the fees for the stock would be in the company. I traded a pretty small amount, but a decent amount. Like, it's a pretty good amount of size that I traded. But for me, it's not a big amount of size. So for the amount of fees that I ended up paying on this stock, for the amount of size that I was moving, it was absolutely crazy. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Why am I trading this? I'm just asking to lose this. Oh, conscious. That makes sense. Thank you. Okay, conscious. So yeah. I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep doing this. This is crazy. IPH is on Robinhood. Okay, yeah. So if it's not on Robinhood, or if it is on Robinhood, it's probably because the regulators of that broker have not figured out how to transfer over the French related ADA over. Probably shouldn't have typed that. I didn't see it. Gold futures symbols per broker. Changes per broker. Ah, okay. I want to look at bros. So you guys have called out the Dutch Broser or whatever, the Dutch oven company. Man, look, this stock has been going crazy off the open all the way straight to 54 with 8 million shares traded. Actually is on short sale restriction now. What? Is that right? Because I only see it's down 4%, so not sure why it's on SSR, but it is on SSR. I guess down here was 10%, so at some point in the day it was down 10%, and that triggered the SSR, and now it's only down about 5%. So you can't short the stock by just smashing the bids. You can only get short by getting picked up on the offer. But this stock was absolutely going crazy since IPO, dude. Here's the IPO. Let's look at it on the daily. Here's the IPO at $32. The stock goes up all the way to 55. You guys were calling me well, you guys didn't call me any names. I was calling myself names as to stupid because I didn't listen to you geniuses, the amazing viewers we have who were calling out bros is a buy, bros is a buy, bros is the next Dunkin' Donut IPO. And I was just like sitting there, I'm like, I'll shrug it off. I'll listen to you guys on the show, but I'll shrug it off. I won't buy it on my own account or anything. And look what happens. Look what happens. I remember pulling the Dutch oven. Okay. Let's look at Mile or ZIOP. These stocks I haven't even heard them today, so I'm not sure if there's even anything going on here. Just gonna have to do this real quick because I got triggered into a position that I didn't want. But anyways, let's look at this. So Mile not doing much. And I'm going to guess the OIP is going to be the same, so not going to worry about it. Bros buy SCS systems. Bros buy system dumps. What? Don't regret what you have not done. Yeah, but I mean, like you're just like on the edge as to why you didn't do the due diligence after having viewers call it out, right? So it's just that aspect. HLBZ back up to 22. HLBZ finding support at VWAPs after going to through 25 all the way to 25.78. So coming back through VWAP here, holding that VWAP level, now trading above 21 and testing 22. Let's see what it wants to do here.
Hey Prad, another super chat. It's one super chat. So Team Blackburn is asking, what do you think about BBIG consolidating the $8 level, Prad?
What do I think about BBIG consolidating at $8 level? I've called this out multiple times on my Twitter, so you can see what my idea is on there on a more elaborate scale. But I'll just give you a quick idea right now. And for those who are wondering what my Twitter is, it's at TraderPrad. So back to what I think about it. I called out when the stock was above $10 that this stock, if it does not break if it does not hold $10, it's going to trend towards $8 throughout the week, and that's exactly what we saw on Tuesday, day 2. It went straight down to $8, and then it's been around this range the whole time since Tuesday. So let's, this $8 is a big buying level. If it breaks this $8 and goes to $7 and then breaks $7, we are in trouble because there's going to be a lot of stop losses at $7, and these are going to be probably the big buyers with a lot of shares at $7 with their stop losses. So if they get kicked out of their position, the stock is going to have a violent down move from the $7. But as long as we're here at 8, holds that $8 price and does not trend towards 7, it's in a good position. Did you see the second super chat? There was a 2 euro super chat.
Thank you. Absolutely. Adam Christensen, thank you for your super chat. We appreciate it a lot. And those are some pounds. Can you have a look at SDC?
SDC, thank you. Yeah, where are you seeing this? Because I can't see it.
Found support.
I can't see them once they go away. I don't know where you're seeing them.
Well, that's why you have me.
Yeah, this is okay. Thank you, Valeriia, for having my back. It just shows up on the top for me on my screen and disappears, so I can't see it. But luckily, Miss V over here has our back for us. So SDC, not Toronto mans. Oi, yeah, don't be baiting my scene, fam. All right. Anyways, SDC, I said it's gonna be around view up, and it's still around that same range. So let's see if it can do anything around here and break out of that 7. It needs to close above 7 for it to really matter. But I think the stock might not close above 7 based on how it's trading today. But if it closes above 7, that's a good thing. There is new American English word for that, not real English. What are you guys talking about? Trader?
We're talking about that for the
Trader
past
Toronto
week. I learned so many new English words, guys. I wish I never knew. Super cool. English is a great language.
Yay.
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 Meow.
Saying you're learning a lot, fam?
What's that?
Saying you're learning a lot, fam?
Yeah, fam.
Okay, let's stop. The viewers are gonna be cringing. I'm cringing saying it. I'm sure you guys are too.
What was that?
It just means it's a Toronto way of saying, "Are you learning a lot?"
Do people in Toronto speak like this?
No, it's
Neal
It's a really stupid way to say
in
it.
Brampton?
It's like no, it's not. It's like actual. It's like Marlon knows what I'm saying. It's like it's the Toronto slang.
Okay.
It's nyai. You're learning, fam. Like, yeah.
I've heard Lucas speaking like that.
Yeah, it's stupid Toronto stuff. Like people do this when they are making fun of Toronto, but there are those epitome of Toronto idiots who just walk around saying that stuff all day, and you just feel like slapping them.
Is
right?
the best. We love Toronto.
Pratt, don't ruin it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Mental note: never go to Toronto. No, Toronto is a great place. Just maybe not in winter. You'll probably hate it in winter, but it's a great place. Daddy Neal shaking his head. No, Daddy Neal is saying he understands. He's seen these videos. Yeah, he's seen them. WKSP, 8 million shares traded, making a run up here to see if it can break up and make a new high a day, but the volume is low. Look at the tapering off on the volume ever since open. We had a couple spikes here that made it bounce off of VWAP and hold VWAP multiple times, or even $8. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna continue to do that, find support every time it comes back in this range. But does it have the strength to go higher? Is the question, and unsure about that answer. We just need to see if volume shows up and runs it up there. Love Canada's Wonderland. You know what? Canada's Wonderland is good, but you get bored of the rides really easy. You get bored of the rides really easily.
You're digging yourself. You get
bored, man. You get bored of the rides.
Well, what was your best ride you've ever tried? Where was it?
I don't know. I'm just an adrenaline junkie, so I need something more than just normal rides. Like most rides are just normal.
Try VR glasses.
Oh, they don't do anything to me.
They do. It's scary.
Your eyes just went ooh.
And try standing.
Standing?
While it's like this.
Okay, I think
Okay?
you're just motion sick then.
Okay.
No, I love roller coasters completely, and I spend hours and hours riding the same roller coaster if I enjoy it. But I've only done drop zone for my favorite ride in what's it called, Canada's Wonderland. You know what? I've yet to try Leviathan. That's the one that I have yet to try. I've tried everything else besides the new one. Cedar Point. I've heard in America you guys have like the crazy ones, which are like the Superman or whatever, the Six Flags. Man, the Six Flags resorts have some crazy ones that I want to try. Those are the ones that go like crazy speeds and 90-degree drops. Those look crazy. I think it's called Superman. If someone can do the little research for me while we pull up stocks. Cedar Point is legit. Okay. Love from India. Hey, what's up, peaceful alien?
Lol.
No expos. Gotta go with Toronto. Yeah, gotta go with Toronto. Can you check SDC chart? Yeah, we just saw SDC chart not too long ago. You know, it needs to go back through 7 for it to matter for the day. Superman at Cedar Point. Yeah, there you go. So I was right. Superman is the I think it was, maybe not anymore, but was the scariest, fastest, whatever best ride that every ride junkie needs to do eventually in their lifetime. So, you know, being that ride junkie and not having that opportunity to try it yet, I'm gonna continue to bash every other ride until that happens. Love from Kenya. Yo, what's up?
We love you, Kenya. By the way, guys, Tesla keep dipping. Again, here's my short at 753.91, and Tesla is now going over there. Come to me, downside Tesla.
Gotta try Kingdom Ka. Yeah, I thought it was Kingdom Ka, not King Ka. Yeah, that's what I remember. I just know these rides from YouTube videos because YouTube algorithm knows me more than I know myself, and it draws me in for hours and hours and hours. And it's crazy how well that algo knows me. I only know these rides through those YouTube videos. And it's Superman, Kingdom Come, or it's not Kingdom Ka are the rides that I've heard about a lot. Tesla, let's see if Tesla is going on a roller coaster ride itself right now on the way down. Looks like the first descent off Superman or even right off the drop zone. So the drop tower has been engaged, and whoever's at the top of this ride over here at 758 is coming down along with Tesla and the market. So the market making a new leg down here. Gonna show you what the market's doing. This is the market's chart. What is going on? So you see how the market's down about 1.5%, going lower as we speak, and that's bringing Tesla along with it. Shorting time, woohoo! But you know, shorting time is all fun and games, but be ready for that 3 o'clock number. Not 3 o'clock, the 350 number to be in play, and Tesla could have a big buy imbalance that could make it run up higher, and Tesla could have a big sell imbalance that could make it go lower. I remember trading, and I think Neal was actually talking about this today. You know, the biggest lost opportunity, maybe not today, maybe it was yesterday with Shawn on the close actually, about the biggest missed opportunity on Tesla's rebalance, the S&P rebalance. Man, that was a crazy move, and unlucky me, I got shut down, and shut down means I lost more than I was allowed to lose when I was a trader back then, and that was just sad because I was sitting there watching traders smash the stock and just watch the stock go up like crazy and not being able to trade it. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, the next S&P rebalance day, I'm not even going to take a single trade. I'm just going to sit here, watch YouTube all day and not lose any money, because then when the opportunity shows itself, I'll be able to trade it. Even though I said that, I was pretty close to getting shut down today, but I'm okay now, ready for this trade to be able to smash it, and hopefully we're able to bring the bags home for mama.
Okay, guys, I'm out of Tesla.
Yes.
I'm literally, I made like, I don't know, like maybe $1 on this trade, but my whole point was different because I was holding all this move in a short position, and I'm just super happy to be out without losses. Maybe like it would be it will be a great short opportunity, but not for me. I'm out. Bye-bye, Tesla. Thanks for everything. See you next time. But congratulations, everyone who catch this short. Great job, guys. I'm proud of you.
I see Peaceful Alien asking, bro, can I trade from India? Of course you can. You know, I used to live in India, and I remember having Kotak Securities being my broker for me and my grandpa, who's my actually introduction to stock market as a whole. So I'm sure there's got to be brokers that you can use to trade from in India, but do they have access to American markets is the question. And you need to do your research on that part. Let's go back to the stock market here. HLBZ making a run up after forming a support at VWAP and going higher. So actually Neal's saying that there is a day trade the world in India. So if you want to get in contact with Day Trade the World in India, maybe Valeriia could help you guys here with the link, or Peaceful Valeriia could help you with the link here. Just post the Day Trade the World link. Sure. And they can maybe go through that link and find out if they can find an Indian broker or Indian partner through there. So yeah, there we go. So P-Pro link, feel free to click that, Peaceful Alien, and that will take you towards that resource or contact information. India market, 10,000K moves in India. What? Nifty 50? Bro, I remember doing all that. The Nifty name, oof. ABCL. Let's look at ABCL. 12 million shares trading on ABCL and pretty much doing nothing right now, basing off under 20. It tried to make 20 a support and very well could be a support just because it's down maybe 8 cents under 20 doesn't mean that it's failing. It could easily go back above 20 and test VWAP here. So the bottom of the day is 1981. So if you're long based off of this consolidation range sideways near $20, your stop loss maybe is 1981 or under that. So right now doing absolute nothing burger. Maybe it wants to trade above 20 for the close is my guess, or maybe it just bases out here for the rest of the day. 10K moves in a day, no restrictions, no limitations. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know about that. So there's no upside halts or short still restrictions in the Indian markets, you're saying? That's crazy. But I guess that's what offers the potential to make more money, right? Those little things here and there that some markets have that the others don't will give you a little bit, or not a little bit, but an edge in general on the market. I know there was an edge on the Japanese markets for a little bit that one of the traders that Arun hired we used to talk about, but I lost contact with him and I wasn't able to leech or strat snipe him, so that was game over there. So yeah, man, if you can find a strat that on a different market that not a lot of people have their eyes on, Nasdaq New York being the biggest volume and most eyes on, if you can find a strat in a lower market, for example, in TSX in Canada, the moves sometimes in TSX are so much cleaner, but the volume is lower. So you might not have as much excitement, but the move's cleaner, and you can learn how to read tape and read time of sales because it's way slower. The prints are coming in on a less significant rate than you see on maybe AMC on 100 million day.
Hey Prad, GREE, former SPRTsupport.com. So it dipped today and now looks like it's going back to the upside. So could you take a look at GREE Nasdaq for us? Yeah,
I think yesterday GREE was on SSR is my guess. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't yesterday. I think... So the SSR today it just triggered today and maybe not yesterday because it says Y. If it was triggered yesterday, I think it would just be C. So SSR is triggered on support.com or support.com, yeah, and it's now currently trading under 41. Let's see if it has any power to go above 41 and close above it. I see this 41.50 as a resistance for now, so it might easily go up to 41.50 before rejecting. What are my opinions on crypto? I honestly have no opinions on crypto because I don't know too much about the crypto market. I don't know, exactly what Bitcoin is or what Bitcoin does, or exactly what Ethereum is or what Ethereum does. I know it's a form of currency that can be used to buy and sell things. It can be used to invest, and there's other factors behind it. There's technology. There is the ledger, whatever that people call it. There's a lot of things around it, but I don't fully understand the space for me to be an investor. But for a trader, I think when the market shows you volume, and there's clear signs when the market shows you volume, there's good opportunities to trade on the crypto. But for an investment point of view, not the right person to talk about. At least I don't want to be the person spreading misinformation on Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple or anything. So that's my opinion on crypto. I know I gotta learn. So actually, I have conversations with Greg all the time in terms of crypto. So he's been educating me about how cryptos validates transactions and everything, and my head doesn't wrap around how is, like, let's say I bought something from Valeriia, and why is a third party allowed to validate that transaction? And let's say that third party validate that transaction as a no, then doesn't that mean that Valeriia gets her money back for something I bought from her? So that idea was like very confusing to me, and now like Ethereum is changing the rules where it's not going that way or something. I don't know. So there's a lot of big factors there that I don't really fully understand. I need to do more education. I need to get educated on that aspect. So I can't really give you a full outlook on that on the crypto until they ensure I'm out. Crypto is your generation's answer to changing financial structure. They're looking at it that way, right? The kids and the Zoomers are all the Gen X's are all looking at it that way. But I honestly will be late to the trend, and I'm okay with it. But I won't be completely late to the trend either, right? So I'll just wait until I fully understand before I indulge into the investment side of it.
Well, you called us who? Zoomers generation?
Gen X, Zoomers,
Gen X.
yeah.
Well, I'm owning some Bitcoin, guys.
Yeah.
I like Bitcoin, so I got it at 35,000, and I just keep holding. Even though it dipped down from 50,000 a little bit, I still think that it made a great move. And as Prad said, it's like relatable to everything. Like, if you believe in this, if you believe in Bitcoin, if you think it will gonna go to the upside, go get that. And exactly the same with all other long investments, right? Like, what stock we were talking about, AMD or like super small price? I believe AMD, and then it just jumped to the moon.
Yeah.
Well, I wish to catch stock like that one day.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone does. Everyone prays for that Tesla move of the century, to buy it at $2 and run it all the way up to 700, 900 or whatever, right? So everyone dreams of that, but not many are able to get it. What do you?
Prad, we've got another super chat from Jisoo Baranovsky. Thank you very much for your super chat. What do you guys think about uranium stocks like you on the long term? Well, I thought we just talked that you're not really into long term.
I don't do long-term investing, but uranium stocks, we were actually talking about it, I believe, yesterday. Shawn was here, and I think Gus was here too. And if you guys remember Gus, shout out to Gus. Greg, Gus, and Shawn and I were talking about how uranium stocks are just been going crazy, and that's the play right now, right? So the nuclear play, the uranium play, the EV lithium plays, the metals are booming. So for sure, my opinion on uranium as a metal, like I'd like to see what's going on with the whole nuclear submarine in Australia play and everything around it. I am bullish on anything EV so far, because I do believe 100% that gas powered cars are the, like, you know, done. They're done with, and they're going to be out of the map very soon, and EVs are going to take over. So anything EV, and especially when like an established car maker is going to make a EV over like, I don't know, Fisker or something, I'm going to be on the side of the established car maker more, because I'm just looking at the psychology of you know, a normal buyer. Why would a normal buyer who's been buying Ford and Toyota all of his life go buy a Fisker or some other Polestar or whatever it's called, EV, instead of just going and buying a Toyota Corolla EV or a Ford Focus EV or something around those words? So if established car companies are coming out with those type of you know, cars, I'm more leaning to them than I am towards you know, let's say a Polestar or a Fisker or something. So I am bullish EV. I'm bullish drones. I'm bullish you know, nuclear stocks, if there are any. I don't know about any, but if there are any, so uranium stocks would be in that realm.
Thank you, Prad, for your honesty, for your help, and for your words of wisdom, for sharing this with us. And it's already 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which means we're saying you goodbye. We see you. And don't forget, this Power Hour, Prad, you can talk about this, is going to be fire. So come join us back at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time. We love you. Smash the like button. And don't miss us too much for the following hour.
Thank you for coming by, guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. I will see you guys Monday, 11 a.m. Same place, same time. Adios, Miss V. Peace out, boys and ladies. Adios.